Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy. This is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions.
Man, good. Who's it going to be?
This is a big question. Do you know what? I think we're going to have to go to the States, and I've done everything I can, and everyone don't want to fight, man.
We need a good... I'm up for the States. I've got to pass up the old woman.
Lucky you, innit?
Yeah. And everything went back to Aldermars, my friend.
All right, then. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, mate. Good luck with everything, yeah?
I appreciate it, man.
Cheers, man.
June. I think it's about June time, so...
Yeah, so what? Not happening in April now?
I doubt... the only thing I can think is if they're trying to make me, stop training, and then 2 weeks later they'll say, yeah, we want to fight, and then I'm 2 weeks out of preparation.
Yeah.
So they might try and catch me dry. Other than that, in my mind, I'm going to the States.
That'd be a buzz, that.
It'd be good, though.
Yeah. I've done it. I've done the States before I went to see Joe Calzaghe, Bernard Ockman.
How are you?
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe it's right. I want to be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold the record with you. Hey.
My job. I know my job. I know my situation. I want to fight. But it's going to be very difficult for both of us.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we are back. It is Thursday, preview and prediction day. Sergey Kovalev versus Elider Alvarez, or should I say Elider Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev, the rematch. He knocked out Kovalev the first time around. He's back with a big ESPN deal. Now this fight, no longer on HBO, now on ESPN, has the machine behind him. Let's see if Elider Alvarez can get a repeat, or does Kovalev get some revenge. Then, as you heard, we have some AJ leaked personal calls. I don't know. My friend records me and leaks it. I don't think it was personal, and I don't think we friends. But AJ letting one of his close mates know fight's taking place in June. As far as he's concerned, he's training. He's coming to June for Big Baby Miller. We got Triple G, huge announcement, 45 million plus pay-per-view upside, all types of things. The Zone wants him. PBC wants him. ESPN no longer wants him. And then, we got Mike on the show, so whatever, man. He wanted to talk a little bit of Crawford and slide him in for whatever reason. So, yeah, we're going to talk about Crawford trying to somehow save face with his resume on Instagram Live. But this is what we're here for. This is what we're going to be talking about today. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. 41. And yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about, a whole bunch of hot button topics. But before we get into all that, let's get to the hosts that are hailing from around the globe.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moses era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, Mark Anthony Barrera. I've been through all the eras, and I still been
How much you talking? You do too much talking. The thing is this.
People want their subjective preference to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
All right, it's another fight week. We got a whole bunch of fights, and including the fact that we got Teofimo Lopez on this card, another prospect on the rise, Oscar Valdez. I mean, this is a pretty good top-ranked card, and this is going to be out in Texas, so Cantu should be out there, right? So
Cantu and Mario are both approved. All they got to do is show up and, take over.
Snap. So with that being said, we also got a title shot. Richard Commey is going to be on the card, and pretty much the IBF title is going to be tied in with a possible Lomachenko fight. So this is going to be a really important fight in this division. In addition to, we have not got any type of heavyweight announcements yet. We got all these cool announcements and rumors, but aren't you guys like kind of like looking at your clock like, yo, it's about that time? And in addition to that, everyone's seen the notorious Terence Crawford rants on, the fight hypes, his Instagram, wherever. I think maybe we even posted it up. So with that being said, we're going to go into that. Mike called me a little bit. I had to, tell him some stuff. And then Elms, you're my boy. But he got the worst the other day. So we're going to go into those topics in addition to introducing our other hosts.
It's me, Mario.
What is up? Yo, I'm very excited for this rematch this weekend. Excited to see it live. That's a big thing to me. The first fight, it was weird because we were watching the first fight and I thought Alvarez was having success in certain ways that, at the time people were like, no, Kovalev's got him. I'm talking about the people that I was watching the fight with. And then sure enough, Alvarez got him and he got him out. And so I don't know, Kovalev's not at the age that I would say it's guaranteed he comes back. Definitely older. And so it's not a guarantee that he does come back. And so it's a tough fight pick, I think, this week. I think that people are going to be eating a lot of crow. I think people are going to be picking both ways. Some people may be picking with their heart. Some people be maybe picking with their mind. But either way, it's a close fight. I think it's still competitive. And then the undercard is just amazing. I mean, there are guys other than Teofimo, other than Oscar Valdez that I've been wanting to see live. And I'm glad I'm going to get a chance to do that. So we'll break that down.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. 2 to stand over. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We're back here with another one. These guys pretty much touched on everything that needs to be touched on, but I got a couple quick news and notes. Abner Mares had an injury, so he pulled out of his February 9th fight with Tank Davis. Also, Josh Taylor versus Ivan Baranchyk has been scheduled for May 18th in Glasgow. Hanna Gabriel signs with Lou Dibella. That's another big move for Lou. Also, Pacquiao-Broner does $6 million at the gate with 11,410 tickets sold. But yeah, we got Kovalev versus it's not even Kovalev anymore. Alvarez versus Kovalev too, and I think it's gonna be more of the same. But we'll get into it and break down that whole card and break down the other topics on the agenda. Let's go. I'm ready, Eddie.
All right, first and foremost, it looks like we're going to have 2 guests. We should have heavyweight Eric Molina on later on the show, and earlier we'll have welterweight Samuel Vargas has shared the ring with Danny Garcia, Amir Khan, and he will be on the show with us. Yeah, so that's 7:30 Eastern. Hit a thumbs up button, tell a friend to tell a friend. We got some great boxing interviews to bring to you. Where do we start? I guess I should shoot Mike down or take it from the top. I don't know which is funner to do. Because Mike's still reporting
keep it in order.
This Baranchyk like you're still reporting this Baranchyk news when ESPN already put out an article before. I mean, I told you before ESPN did, but ESPN just put out an article maybe 2 hours ago before I napped, before the old man took a nap. And David McWaters told Dan Rayfield or whoever wrote the article that they're pulling Ivan Baranchyk out of this. So he is not on the World Boxing Super Series. He's taking his IBF and he's gone. See where he lands. Who's going to want him? I know DAZN should because he's a 140-pound guy. They got Maurice Hooker. I know the Top Rank wants him because they beat the purse bid for Maurice Hooker in Salcedo. So interesting to see where he goes. But Mike, stop with your fake news. # Mike and his fake news. Anyway,
bro. I took a nap too. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. Shoot me down, did that live on air.
I just shot you down. I did. That's what I did. Okay.
And you're
gonna get more of that. You're gonna get more of that when we get to the other topic.
Fuck you, Pain.
Okay. You think you're ready. You ain't ready. But anyway, Elderly Alvarez, Sergey Kovalev, Mark Ramsey gets his day in the sun. as his fighters are all strapped up. Better BF strapped up. Elderly Alvarez strapped up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what to do here. I was even thinking for the betting show, like, is this going to be the one that we talk about tomorrow? But I don't know what Alvarez is yet. I don't know, you know. I'm going to go the safe pick, Alvarez by decision, not knockout. He was already outboxing, Kovalev, in my opinion. He has a better jab. I think he's going to use it. His tank is definitely better, but I'm not going to say it's going to be repeat. I got to see him again. I mean, this was his step up, I believe, or I feel.
You thought he was outboxing Sergey, or you thought Sergey was outboxing
I think
him?
he can outbox Sergey. I think more technically sound, and he's just more responsible, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like Kovalev is never going to give us 100%. He's always going to get tired. Like, and guys are seeing that the blueprint is out. So I'm just rolling with the younger guy. He's got momentum. He became a champion. You don't know how to lose when you're a champ.
Yeah, that undefeated mindset. I mean, it's definitely something where it can wear on you, and you get guys who can actually embrace it and learn from that experience. And I think at Sergey's career and his stage, a lot of things has plagued him. He's had the Andre Ward losses. He's had the controversy that's been out in the news, and let alone the fact that the pressure of being knocked out, in this fashion, this late in his career, there's a lot of concerns on him going into this fight. Training camp has changed. He has Buddy McGirt now. And it feels like an Arturo Gatti kind of story. I talked to Kathy Duva, and they kind of brought this new group after he left John David Jackson, and then left all different type of camps for not allegedly following the training regimens, drinking too much, having vodka rumors, being soft to the body. So at this point, this is a new resurgence and an attempt to try to salvage the remainder of Sergey Kovalev's career at the top and see where it goes. Because this is definitely going to be a crossroad at championship level, I think.
Yeah, I said earlier that I thought Alvarez was doing things in the fight that were very positive. And, I hear what Ness is saying. Obviously, Kovalev was winning that fight, or at least he was in control of it. And I think he was winning on the scorecards anyway. But Alvarez he was in the fight in a way that I did not believe he could be in the fight. This time around, it's like when you're one of those fighters where you're so superior and you're just, a monster, and you go in the ring and you're crushing people, no pun intended, people give you that respect. People give you that respect, and you go in there and I'm not saying they lay down or nothing like that, but when you're Golovkin or Kovalev, Mike Tyson, even Kelly Pavlik had that kind of mystique to him. People are ready for you to run through them. But then when those same guys that I just mentioned get not exposed, but basically get shown to not be these one-man record teams, a lot of times it's really hard for them to go out. They have to earn what they used to be at times given. So Kovalev is going to have to be in a situation where, is he the same monster? I don't know, but the momentum is on Alvarez's side. And Alvarez is going to be able to go in there with a whole new set of confidence that he didn't have before, being able to try things, maybe even take risks in there that he wouldn't have necessarily taken against Kovalev, the Kovalev, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. I don't know if it's the same guy that had success against Andre Ward, the same guy that, had that whole division running scared, did what he did to some of the light heavyweights that were really at the top of the division for years before Kovalev and Stevenson got there. But I will say that I'm not going to count Kovalev out at all. I think I'm picking Alvarez. I'm going to pick him by decision. Although I don't know, I was really thinking about taking a late stoppage. But I'm going to go ahead and pick Alvarez. That's it. But that being said, I'm not at all ready to go with this pick. Not at all. It's going to be a really hard fight for me to put on the betting show, for me to add to anyone, because I think that the odds so far, they're too close for you to take a gamble on any one guy just taking the money line. And at the same time, it's really hard for me to suggest that one of these guys is going to win for sure.
Honestly, I think he's going to be more of the same. I picked Alvarez in the first fight. I think he's going to be doing more of the same in this fight. The fight was pretty close when the knockout came. I can't give you that, but I think Alvarez has a sense of confidence now that he can use that in this fight to maybe propel him to another early stoppage. So I see Alvarez probably stopping Kovalev, but right now we got a special guest on, so let's go.
Man, flag on a play. Mike acting blind over there. We got welterweight contender Samuel Vargas, been in the ring with all the top names, and will share the ring once again live on ESPN on the big stage versus top contender Luis Collazo. Now, this could obviously be an audition for a Terence Crawford fight since Collazo's name's been linked with Crawford so much. Samuel, thank you for taking out the time to come on the show, Mr. Vargas. We appreciate it. Happy New Year. How are you?
Hey, what's happening, guys? Thanks for having me.
So how you feeling, brother? How's the new year treating you?
I'm good, man. It's just very cold up here. You know, it's like minus 30. A lot of snow out here in Toronto, so far, so good. No complaints. Just doing my thing, training, staying fit, keeping in the gym.
So since you're training in Toronto, are you no longer with Billy Briscoe? Because I remember for the Khan fight, I believe, or the Danny fight, you were with Billy Briscoe, no?
No, I came back. I for the Khan fight, I was in my my longtime trainer, Chris Johnson. He, and that's what they camped with for the Khan fight.
So when did you stop using Billy?
I believe maybe just before the Khan fight, I believe. I mean, it's really hard to work with the time and then the traveling, organizing camps. It became a little difficult. So I still talk to Billy. He's my man. He's a hell of a trainer. He's got Gabriel Rosado fighting coming up soon. And, I'm up here doing my thing in Toronto.
So when did you get notice about this Luis Collazo fight? When did they first contact you? And do you feel that you're having enough time to prepare for this fight?
Yeah, maybe like early January, they mentioned it to me, and then it got finalized a couple of weeks ago. I feel good. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a hell of a fight. Luis Collazo is a fighter that, I'll have to be really careful with. He's been there with everybody, Shane Mosley, Andrew Roberto, Keith Thurman. He's been there with a lot of bad people. So it's got it's a tough customer, a lot of experience, but, I feel like I have the edge on this fight. I have the youth, and I've been there before, man. I have the experience now. I'm confident, and I know I can pull it off.
And before I pass you, because this is on Top Rank and on ESPN, and obviously it seems like this is a fight to introduce Luis Collazo to the ESPN audience because his name was linked with Crawford, have they offered you some sort of incentive? Like, hey, Sam, I know we want you to fight Luis, but if you happen to upset the apple cart, we can do a X amount of fight deal, or is this just a fight-by-fight basis or the one-fight thing for you with Top Rank?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of deals on the table and under the table in boxing, but I'm confident that I'm sure there was a lot of offers that were put on the contract, but Lee Baxter, my promoter, he got me the best deal that I could get in regards to my future and money wise. So I'm happy with the opportunity in the first place. I mean, it's an honor to fight at the Madison Square Garden. For any fighter or for, any boxer, really. Such a prestigious arena in sports in general that, I'm just happy to be there. And I like the fight for myself, and I think it'll be a good fight for the fans.
Wait, so Sammy, hey, how you doing? This is Mario Munguia. So does that mean that it is a one-fight deal for you? With Top Rank?
What, as of right now, I believe so, yeah.
Okay, great. Do you feel like, and I feel like that puts you in the best position. You know, if you win, you can go anywhere. But do you feel like this is a Crawford audition? You know, Ness was saying at the top of the hour when we were announcing that you'd be on, his name has been linked to Crawford as an opponent, a Collazo that is. So do you feel like you're going in there with the opportunity to, if you win, Crawford would be the next logical step for you?
Well, I mean, regardless of what they're saying of what they're trying to link this name to this other name, I mean, I feel like I'm gonna win this fight regardless of what they think they're gonna do in the future with the outcome. But I mean, either way, I'm gonna go out there and do my best and you know, win. I don't have any doubts for this one. This one is a different feeling. I've had plenty of time. I have the experience. I've been there before on the big stage, and I'm hungry to win there because I've been there many times before with you know, world champions, and obviously I didn't get the win that I always wanted. So I feel like this is my opportunity now.
Hey, how's it going, Sam? This is Ron. So my whole thing I want to kind of do is just assess where you feel in the division. Many of us saw you watch we watched the Amir Khan fight, and you've hurt Amir Khan. At that point, recently we saw Josecito Lopez fight Thurman, and Josecito hurt Thurman. You know, these are top elite guys in the welterweight division. You know, where do you feel that you stack up amongst these guys? You know, you fought Errol Spence, you fought Danny Garcia, and if you, and let alone, like I said, you hurt Amir Khan in that previous fight. So where would you state where you're at?
I mean, there's no easy fight in boxing, man. Everybody thinks like, oh, it's gonna be an easy fight. There's no easy fight. It's no easy fight in boxing, man. Anybody that has two hands and a heartbeat has a chance. I have a chance, and as you've seen, I heard Khan many times in the fight. He just kept running, realistically, in the ref in the middle, whatever the case may be. Listen, man, like, I know if I have plenty of time for training camp and my mindset is right, I can be up there with those guys. It's just gotta have you know, the right time. And really, you know, for Khan, I had proper training camp. For Khan, for Spence, I had maybe a week. For Danny, I had maybe 4 weeks. By the time I got to actual training, maybe 3.5 weeks. So I mean, it all comes down to, you know, it shows in the fight. You know, all you need is the proper training camp.
Hey, how's it going, Mr. Vargas? My name is Michael Gross. I want to get your opinion on a fight that just happened last weekend, Lopez versus Thurman. Did you watch that fight? And if you did, what did you make of it? And also, how do you see Amir Khan versus Terence Crawford going?
The fight this weekend, yeah, I watched it. It was a good fight. I mean, like I always say to people, man, Mexican fighters are one of the best fighters in the world. They're tough. You know, they're always there to fight, and they're always there to win, man. But, you know, and Josecito Lopez, you know, I feel like he did good for himself. I was actually, you know, I think I had Thurman winning by knockout, really, before the fight happened. But, you know, the layoff, I believe, you know, hurt him a little bit. And you know, Josecito Lopez fought a great fight. And, you know, what can I say? He's a good fighter. As for the Crawford and Khan fight, well, I mean, I don't got to say much, man. Crawford, there's A-level fighters, and then there's God-gifted fighters. And I believe that Crawford is that guy. I mean, I don't see him losing to Khan. He's just gonna go out there and take him apart.
I got a quick follow up to that.
He gonna lose.
Whoa, bro, hold on.
Spence though, right, Samuel?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, how do you see Spence, Thurman, or Porter, or Crawford? Like, how do you see that all playing out when it's all said and done?
All right, say that again so I can hear you.
I was saying, Spence, Crawford, Thurman, Porter. How do you see that playing out when it's all said and done?
I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough. You're talking about, you know, it's so much action in the division. It's one of the busiest divisions in boxing, and there's so much talent in it. I mean, it's really a tough call. It's a tough call, but I mean, I have Spence or Crawford leading the division right now, and it just I guess it'll be. It will just come. We'll have to wait until they both meet in the ring. It will be hard for me to do an assessment or to give you an answer on that.
Yeah, so I want to double back to the Collazo fight real quick because you had said earlier, and I wanted to get to that. You know, you had been in situations where you didn't get tons of preparation. This is a fight where you have some decent preparation. It's a good name. It's a way to, you know, cast yourself back out there. But what does the Collazo fight represent to you? Because you have been in there with big stars, big names like Khan and Spence and Garcia, like you alluded to earlier. So what does this fight represent to you? Because even though Collazo isn't that kind of name, he is a solid enough name for you to, you know, kind of restart and re-jump off your career. But I'm wondering what it means to you now.
What it means to me, what it truly means to me right now is just I've been to the big stage, especially in America. I've been to the big stages, and you get up, and I got up there, and then obviously, you know, my cards were on my side, and I couldn't pull on I couldn't win. You know, it was impossible for me to win. And then this time, March 17th, I have an opportunity to go in the ring, knowing that I had plenty of time. I'm in shape. I'm gonna have a great training camp. And I'm gonna fight a hell of a contender that, you know, he's fought everybody, and then he's gonna catapult my name and my career higher. You know, because not a lot of fighters, not a lot of people get the opportunities I've gotten. So, you know, I'll be stupid enough to take this fight, you know, for myself, and for my career, I guess. But it's more for myself. I wanna say that I got this win on the big stage at the Madison Square Garden. That's a big sentence for me that I could say that I accomplished.
Hey, how's it going? It's Ron again. My other thing I wanted to kind of talk about is just going into the training camp in this. You know, have you brought in, you know, up and coming sparring partners that are a little bit different to adjust for this style? I know Luis Collazo is a very aggressive, rough and tough kind of individual. And, you know, recently you got in some fights with some moving boxers, a little bit more sleek. So in this, you know, what is the training camp like? Are you doing long, grueling sparring sessions? Are you bringing bigger guys in? Like, how are you getting acclimated for this particular fight?
As of right now, we're moving the camp to I believe LA. We have a lot of sparring over there. There's a lot of trainers over there, and you know, I feel like that's the best setting for me. I want to get the most experience, the most sparring out there. So that's what we're doing.
How,
Mr. Vargas, Michael Cross here again. I wanted to ask you, like, you got this Collazo fight coming up. Do you see this as like a last opportunity for you to get a big fight? Because the loser may have to be that guy that holds the, I don't want to say gatekeeper, but fights all the up and coming fighters.
Very good questions. I mean, what can I say? I mean, I haven't really asked myself that question because it's not really on my cards. Like, you know, there's no losing for me here. This is, like I said, I've had the opportunity to be on the big stage 2 or 3 times, and it didn't go my way. And this is my last chance. I don't get it here, and then that's what she wrote for me, pretty much.
So you've been in the ring with Earl Spence. He's got a huge fight coming up with Mikey Garcia. How do you see that fight going? And do you give Mikey Garcia any sort of a chance? Do you think he's jumping up too much in weight? You know, what do you think about that fight?
I mean, Mikey Garcia is a hell of a fighter, man. It just comes in his blood and his family. Will he pull up an upset? I don't know. Like we were talking about earlier, anybody can pull up an upset. Anybody can make you look bad. And Mikey Garcia could beat that guy. Now, will he pull it off? I don't know. But, you know, he deserves credit for moving up in weight and taking a fight with a guy that nobody wants to fight. You know, and, you know what I mean? Like, expensive level fighter. He controls the distance in the ring beautifully. He's got power. He can box. I mean, what can I say?
So, Sam, I actually want to stay on the Luis Collazo fight, bro, because I'm wondering what went through your mind when you got the call. Was this a decision that you made right away?
No, I mean, we always sit down with my team, especially, you know, with me and Lee sit down and we weigh out the options.
Were there any
no
other
losing
options
nothing.
out there? Any other sexy options you could throw out there?
There was a lot of options, actually. But
Give me
again,
one. Give me
what
one. One little name to get a headline.
Nah. That none of them happened. You know, we chose to go with Collazo because the other options were just they weren't. I would just do it for the money then, and you know, there's no point then. There's no chance of me coming up victory from those fights. So I think the Collazo fight was the best for me in this scenario.
So
since you won't give us a name, could you give us like the network that the offers came from, like the Zone, maybe a Fox or Showtime?
Well, I'll tell you what, we had a couple of offers in the UK and the States, but obviously we chose Collazo.
So with the Collazo fight, obviously he knocked off the at the time undefeated Sammy Vargas. Then he take cares of the undefeated Brian Peralta. Like, he's a tough guy that doesn't get old. I mean, he's fought Ricky Hatton, Andre Berto, everybody, Danny Garcia. Like, who hasn't he fought? How do you crack the Luis Collazo code? I mean, he upset Ortiz in the Barclays Center. How do you do this?
Yeah, I mean, I think I personally watch him fight live. You know, he's a hell of a fighter. But I think you know, with all those wars that he's been through and all the fights, yes, he has experience. But guess what? With experience comes injuries. You know, your body takes a toll on all these fights, and you know, I want to say I have the edge in that. You know, I want to say I'm the bigger man in the ring, and I just have to be a smarter guy in the ring. I have to be smarter than him and impose my will.
Really? You think you're bigger? What gives you that impression? Because you met him already, or I mean,
I might have seen him in New York City. If I can recall properly, maybe around the time that I was fighting Spence, I'm pretty sure I saw him. I can't recall together. But I mean, size doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is, you know, he's got all the experience and stuff like that, which I, you know, you have to really be careful. He's a you know, tough operator. He's been there before, but I mean, with that comes injuries. With that comes a lot of things in boxing that, you know, take a toll on your body. So hopefully, is he old now? Will he get old? I don't know. But you know, I guess it's time for me to expose that.
Well, Samuel, those are all my questions, brother. I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on the show. I know you're out there in Toronto, and we appreciate you taking out the time and during training camp or your busy life just to give us some time to talk to our listeners here and, you know, talk about your upcoming fight. We hope to get you back on a little sooner to the fight. Your fight's not till March 17th, but we do wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for having me. And yeah, absolutely. I love to be on Closer to the Fight. And hope to see you guys at the fight.
If you can, yeah, you'll definitely be covering it. If you can definitely give out your social media for anybody who isn't, you know, following, you can do so.
Yeah, I know everyone can check out my updates at the Real S Vargas on Twitter or on Instagram, Samuel13 Vargas. On Facebook, Samuel Vargas. I mean, you can follow my career there or Commey News.
Well, Sam, man, thank you again, and we can't wait to get you back on. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Samuel Vargas, live from Toronto. I was looking for the betting line. It is not there, so we can't see. But what I do see from the box rec, guys, is Sam is going to win if he's going to win. Sam is gonna win. If he's going to win, it will come via decision, point decision. It cannot come via knockout, as he hasn't knocked out anyone since 2015. Oh, okay.
First off, I want
17.
I want to thank Mr. Samuel Vargas for coming on the show, man. We appreciate your time, and thank you for just giving us a different kind of insight. You know what I'm saying? You're back up against the wall, like you said. This fight right here, you haven't even thought about losing because you don't want to even like think about that pathway. So I'm kind of excited to see this fight, man. Two guys that are at the stage in their career where they both really need a victory.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say I'm gonna be covering that fight.
Your mic's not checked in. But while you do that, what I'll say is I think that Samuel needs it more than Lewis. Lewis took out 2 undefeated prospects. The knock for Lewis is that
Samuel would be the guy that was 27 and 0.
Yeah, okay, in Canada.
Nobody's saying Lazo needs it more though.
No,
I'm
saying Sammy needs it more. Collazo is the one coming off of 2 undefeated prospects.
I think Sammy has a better chance of resurging his career with the win. I think that.
Bro, did you watch Collazo's last 2 performances? He trashed those prospects.
No, he did. No, he did. And listen, I think that this fight is similar for both of them. But with Sammy, I feel like you're in a position where it's your last shot. I feel like Collazo's been given so many other shots before, like Sammy had said. So for me, I feel like his back's more up against the wall.
But that's
like
what
he would need it.
He keeps taking those last shots and making them. They gave him Sammy Vasquez. He was supposed to be washed up. Vasquez, and Vasquez was supposed to get the name on his resume. He trashed him. And this is coming straight off a knockout loss. He trashed the up-and-coming Mexican. It was hype behind this dude. Pittsburgh was selling out little arenas behind this dude. He trashed him. Then they shelved him for almost a year. He ain't fight again until August, and they put him in there with a nut. They keep trying to set this dude up the river with no paddle, and he keeps knocking them dudes off. Yo, he beat the brakes out of Perella. Perella didn't get knocked out because he's a tough motherfucker, but he was getting trashed. Okay, I don't know, man. Look, he's old. He's 37. He's had 1 fight in 2017, no fight in 2016, 1 fight in 2018. He's right for the taking allegedly, but this dude is and has given his life to God over probably a decade ago. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He's a family dude. And I'm telling you, when Ron hits his gym and gets y'all this training footage, they're going to start to question because this dude's a machine. He didn't perform well in the Amir Khan, I know, but Samuel Vargas ain't Amir Khan.
You're absolutely right. You are.
Man.
Yeah, I 100%.
I can't really argue with that. I'm saying, like, shit.
Yeah.
Sammy had a tough fight with Amir, and what you're talking about Collazo, shit, if he's as good as you say he is right now, damn, it's gonna be a tough fight for
It should
Sam.
be a good fight. And what I was gonna say is I'm gonna go out and cover that fight, sending you like the Michael Conlon. It's like also a prospect card. But look, I'm definitely gonna say this is gonna be probably the most entertaining fight on that card because of their styles and what they have at stake. Like you said, I think if he does get a stoppage over a Luis Collazo, just says a lot because Luis Collazo is a guy who will bleed, show the bone,
he will never get a stoppage. He won't get no stoppage over Luke.
I'm just saying.
Luke gonna have to get old overnight that night in the fight.
But regardless,
that's not impossible though.
Bro, I'm just saying, if we go back and we do a film study Tuesday on both of these 2 fights, we gonna question how he this active. Like, he's mad. You guys gotta watch that fight.
I was at his last fight. I saw his last fight. He was just nonstop.
Exactly.
The batteries don't turn off. He got the triple batteries, backup batteries.
He changed with Han D's, man. With that gym you went to this week last week
with Danny Jacobs and
bro. Richard Commey. He's also on the ESPN card. Also trains over there with Han D. What's his real name?
It's Dave
Scooter.
Scooter.
Yeah. So listen, man. Look,
let's move on to the.
We gotta handle some BI. Know what I'm saying?
Okay. If you're listening right,
Like it's some be out of handle out here, you know.
Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
Yo, let's not get it confused to my little sheep in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I think they're confused. I don't think they remember the other day we was doing a show and I was the one that took a live shot at Coogan. So he's just
yeah.
He's just rebuttaling. Why? Because they always listening. Why? Because I run this YouTube boxing shit. All right, let's not forget we already offered him a pay-per-view. But my next step is to smoke him out. My next step is the next time I see Eddie is ask Eddie why he don't promote it. I'm gonna be like, Eddie, Davidson wants to train him. You should fucking promote him since you got him in your pocket. Just saying. Feel me? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
They don't want no smoke with you, bro.
I know they don't. They waiting for me to get old, man. They don't want to see me win, champ. They want to see me get old, but it'll never happen. I'm like Collazo, baby. But anyway, Triple G $45 million offer DAZN.
Whoa. We didn't go over the Commey fight or the Oscar Valdez card. And Teofimo is back in action.
Gotta brush over shit because I mean,
I feel you. Just let people know that Richard Commey is fighting Chaniev for a IBF title at 135, and Oscar Valdez also has a title fight on that card. And Teofimo is back in action. My guy, the takeover. Yes, sir.
Yo, Jack, man, don't be a sheep, Jack. Talking about Coogan used to be a bodyguard. He used to fucking guard the bread. That's what he was That's what he was guarding, the bread. Get out of here. And I ain't talking about money. I'm talking about loaves of bread with that bread basket he got down there. Get out of here. Yeah, if I'm old, sign up. We got a border wars. We can fight. Any one of y'all can fight me March. I need a fight. Where you at?
Dude said my grandfather has more hair than you, Ness.
Dog, I cut my.
Go ahead, Ron. You wanted to say something, Ron. Go ahead.
We heavyweights, jump tube. Don't worry about it. We heavyweights.
I was just pretty much going to brush over that card with you too. So you pretty much said it. Obviously, everyone, please tune in. That's on ESPN Plus, right? So
yes, ESPN Plus.
It's definitely it's a really good top rank card. I can't even knock it. So please take the time. It's the only fight I think in the US. Obviously, there's the Cheeseman fight over in the UK. And if you have I think the UFC Fight Pass is Roy Jones is having a card on there too. So this is probably going to be the most.
I think that's today though.
Friday. I think
really?
It might be today, either or. But that card is going to be really fire. And then if you guys like Cheeseman, you can go out and see the Cheeseman fight over the weekend.
Damn.
So
definitely excited
Jones
for the Roy Jones. Yep.
Yo, Pittsburgh Bruce said Alvarez is a plus 13,500 if he wins in round 7.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Now you're betting.
Yeah, but hey, man, $5 on that.
Hey, to be honest, that's a fight that I can see Kovalev just winning. It's definitely a 50-50 still to me. So
I would say I would agree with Ron, and I hate picking rounds like that. Like I don't know, you're wishing on a star for real.
I want y'all to soup him up. Man. I would trash his ass. Soup him up. Make me quit smoking. Have my daughter have a daddy longer. Make that motherfucker sign a contract. Watch I pound him smooth the fuck out.
Hey, they've been calling Nescafe in the chat.
Nescafe.
Okay. They're using my name to raise their U.S. profile. Eddie and Coogan using my name. I get it. I get it. They ain't known out here. They gotta use me. I get it.
But let's go and get on to that big money. You know what I'm saying? Big money show. Triple G out here, man, getting offers from DAZN, PBC. ESPN kind of said, nah, we ain't got that bag for you, Triple G, so we ain't trying to give you no 20-something million. But DAZN out here saying, hey, we'll give you $20 million for the Andre fight and another $20 million for the Canelo fight. I mean, guaranteed money, or should he roll the dice and go with PBC and get a nice size check for a lesser opponent, but get a possible pay-per-view with Jamal Charlo, and that could be a tremendous upside.
Man, you know how I feel about this, Mike. I definitely think it should go to DAZN, although I will say that Ness made an incredible argument when we broke this down earlier in one of our afternoon shows, because he could go to PBC. He could, take those 2 fights, take on Charlo, and if he does win, then he's done with them and he can go back to the zone, right? I'm sure the offer will still be on the table, especially if he beats Jamal. And then he hypes up his stats even more, but I don't know how much more he can hype himself up. So I think the direct road is the safest. He goes to the zone, gets an easy fight out of the way, and then he's in line to fight the winner of Jacobson and Canelo, because here's the thing that we didn't say on that show earlier. Jamal would give anything to be in that situation. Any middleweight in the division would give anything to be in the situation that Golovkin is currently in, a 2-fight offer with the second fight leading to the winner of the biggest fight in the middleweight division.
Bruh, Rafi would get trashed. Just saying. Have him sign up. That's a cherry. Yo, I'm having fun. These guys are hilarious, bruh.
I need to do 24/7 for that, man. You guys definitely need to get that rolling, the face-to-face, all that.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But going off the Triple G, I wasn't on the show this morning. Look, there's 2 ways you can look at this. Obviously, the PBC side is the way that you could possibly make the most money, but that goes in the fact that Charlo performs in his next fight. The fact is, people are interested in that fight. And where does the first fight, who does he face at that point? Now, granted, if he goes with DAZN, let's say he loses to Demetrius Andrade, does he still get the Canelo Alvarez opportunity? Does he still get that chance? Is that a guaranteed you fight him and you fight him? Because Canelo needs opponents. Canelo's going to need fights. Granted, the fact that even Canelo loses against Danny Jacobs, does a rematch, loses again, a Triple G Canelo trilogy, that's going to sell. So it's definitely, I think everything's in Triple G's favor. I don't think he's in a bad situation at all. If you're looking at the fact that if he goes to the Charlo side, obviously it's not the most glamorous road for legacy. Jamal is definitely a hardcore fighters fan, a fan of the hardcore. And based off that performance, maybe Triple G could feel like he can probably get him. But outside of that, if he goes that route, that's another year off that Canelo can capitalize. Demetrius Andrade can capitalize. Those guys can capitalize on Triple G getting older. So it's definitely a sticky situation, but either or, he's definitely going to make a lot of money. He's definitely going to get a lot of respect because these are not easy fights at all. And props to Triple G. He worked hard for it. I'm happy to see he's finally getting what he deserved. It's later in his career, but I'm happy to see that he's getting these type of fights and deals.
So who'd you recommend he should go with?
The safe bet is definitely with the Triple G. The opportunity to make the most money could be PBC.
What?
Wait, what? With Triple G?
I mean, why did I say
And
Triple G?
nigga run to the safe bet is with you.
I said the safe bet because he's winning either or. But I would say DAZN.
Yes, you're right about that. He is winning either way, though.
It's just,
if he fight himself,
I just can't even be like, where should he go? Like, he's good, man. But I think DAZN, just because he can get insured fights, one for a title and one for maybe, a big opportunity to have his name up there in the all-time greats and middleweights by beating Canelo Alvarez in a trilogy.
And you got to admit, no matter what he goes, like a 2-fight deal.
MD
my nigga, can I get
sign up and fight?
Right, he wants to fight everybody.
He signed up. No, because same way I defend callers. Don't be talking about nobody that signed up. MD signed up and waiting for one of y'all to shut him up.
Yeah, he called this morning like,
make MD great again. He
called this morning.
Hey Mike, hey, not Mike, but Mario. If you take that fight, that's the storyline. He the Trump of TBV. He's a Republican for sure. He's in Florida.
I remember.
I mean,
he's a Republican in Florida.
Is he gonna sign up? Is the thing, because I remember
he already signed up.
Oh, he did sign up. Okay,
he a Patreon now. He signed up and became a Patreon. No games playing. He waiting for somebody to call him out.
You want that smoke?
Only pussies is in the chat, man. I'm trying to tell you, there's only pussies.
I mean, not all pussies are in the chat though, because my guy Jack is the truth in there. Jack be Alan be spitting on me.
Jack talk. We know we ain't talking about Jack. Jack out there, putting in work.
Killing it.
You know what I'm saying? Killing it.
Hey, and if y'all want to see a great interview from Jack with O'Hara Davis talking about being pro-black and the criticism of his girlfriend and all that kind of stuff. Jack got some heat on the channel. I'm telling you, this interview right here, this video right here is going to make you say, what the fuck is he talking about? Swear to God.
Look at Augustus, mad. Hey, yo, if I'm the Charles Martin of TBV, come AJ meeting, punk. Come AJ meeting.
But yeah, go
like,
on,
like,
real quick.
yeah, like Ron was saying, either way, either way he goes, he wins, and a 2-fight deal, he still has the opportunity to negotiate after the 2-fight deal is up, so he could be with DAZN and PBC when it's all said and done.
Yo, Triple G is fine, man. That dude is fine. He's gonna make so much money, and he's gonna be in there with some big fights. I am just saying, look, at this point, if he goes with PBC, who knows? Maybe he can get advised by Al Heyman and go
more
wherever.
leverage there, man. I'm telling you, you go to PBC, you snatch that 2 8-figure deal, second one on pay-per-view. You win that fight, you get leverage, and then you force that triple fight, man. You force that trilogy, bro. That's huge. It's huge.
But do you think
you go over there now, you locked in. You go over there now, you locked in. And on top of being locked in, now Eddie and DAZN got to pay a lot of money for that purse bid, because guess what's going to happen? They going to mandate Jamal Charlo and Triple G anyway. So they're going to pay $45 million to get him over there. Then they're going to pay another, I don't know, $5 million to win the purse bid. They listen, Top Rank put 1.2 for Maurice Hooker and Salcedo. How much you think they're going to have to drop to make sure Jamal loses the purse bid and comes to fight on DAZN? Come on, bro. Man, and listen, same thing I said AJ was going to do 2 years ago. Snatch up all them free checks, all them $20 million checks out there, all them tackums, knock those dudes off, them bowling pins off before you get the last hurrah dance. And that's what is happening right here. It's no different. I mean, Triple G should just do that too. Snatched up that deal that Al Heyman throwing at him, 2-fight deal, 2 8-figures. Let's get that. Do a little pay-per-view, boop, boop. And then you back in the free agency seat talking about, what up? Who want to rock and roll? John Skipper, I'm worth more now. That's all. And you could do 2 fights in 1 year. You ain't got to get old the way people trying to make it seem.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean you won't. I mean, you're right, but at the same time, you're not right. I mean, I would love to see
overnight. Grace don't get old. Pacquiao still fighting. Motherfucking B-Hop kept fighting. Kawasaki. Mad people fall old, man. Stop.
Yo, Ron could give you a list of 100 people right now that get old. People get old.
Not good ones. Look at Glasgow, 37, still knocking off undefeated prospects.
But here's the thing. Me as a fight fan, I would prefer to see Triple G go immediately to Demetrius Andrade than Canelo, opposed to whatever PBC is going to give him the first time. And I don't know if it's going to be something comparable of a top fight or a world championship fight, because Jamal Charlo is the only guy they have there where it's worth seeing in a fight, in my opinion. And maybe some of the glimmer, and the glitter went away a little bit against his last performance. Maybe if Triple G fought Triple G now, I mean, prior to that last fight on Fox, I think the whole entire boxing community would be like cashing out. But I think a little bit of that shine went away with that controversy on that card previously. And I just think they're going straight into a boxer like Demetrius Andrade and a pressure fighter like Triple G, who I think can also box. That should be a really good fight. But at the same time, Demetrius Andrade is tied up with Billy Joe. So if
what's the easier fight for Triple G, Andrade or Charlo?
Well, here's the thing. We don't know if we're even going to get Demetrius Andrade, because he might fight Billy Joe. And then where does that go if he goes to DAZN?
Or he might not. He could vacate that title because Triple G's name is bigger than the belt.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
This is all true right here. So there's a lot of games. And I think, like I said, once again, I think Triple G is going to be in some good fights regardless. And I'm happy for him. So
I think the more dangerous fight is Andrade, only because the Charlo fight means more. It's on like on a bigger stage. So if like you lose in that fight, I think you get more. I think you get more people empathizing, I guess is what I'm trying to say, as opposed to the Andrade. Even though I don't think that that's fair, because Andrade's been a great fighter since 154. He's been amazing. He's just been waiting on his shot. You know what I'm saying? So I think that people might look at it in that kind of way. So if he loses to Andrade on DAZN with very few people knowing that, and then coming back off that loss, it's like, man, well, who did he lose to? When did he lose? Like that kind of thing. It's like he's kind of brushed off to the side versus Jamal Charlo, on that grand stage, at least like he got that recognition. You know, at least he had the eyes on him. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
All I know is middleweight is great. I don't think I'm going to see really bad middleweight fights this year. We got Danny Jacobs and Canelo. Then we're getting tossed with Triple G fighting some of the top guys. We might get the Billy Joe Demetrius Andrade. You know, Charlo's in that position eventually to get some sanction and purse bids or something. I mean, look, this is a great division, and I'm excited to see all these type of fights. And this is what we need.
It's a
We
great
need all the
year, bro. Boxing is on such a, like, for us, man, that we're addicted and we work this. I mean, there's just fight after fight after fight. I mean, look, AJ may be in June. We should just segue now because we've kind of talked about this topic earlier. Any final thoughts?
Get your money, Triple G. Get your money.
Yeah,
Get
your
it,
money, man.
Get your money while you can, because you know it's
Get it
a
while it's
shot
hot.
like this ain't gonna happen again.
I'm
You're the
trying to
hottest
tell
free
you,
agent in
man.
the game. You know, there are very few people like LeBron who can come out and be the hottest free agent each time they come out, and so you ain't at that.
Go ahead and take Eddie Hearn's Rockefeller chain and become a member of the family. Let's go.
That was a good one.
So next topic is still no heavyweight announcement, but I'll replay the leaked conversation between AJ.
Whoa. Who leaked that shit though? Like who
That's
did
what
that?
I don't know how this is your friend that you telling secrets to, and the call gets leaked. Like how? So AJ had to put this out, man. And this is all part of the team.
Wait, hold on, real quick. I'm just playing, X-Files conspiracy mode. You remember when the iPhones had those record mode where you can just go in and open up the FaceTime and stuff?
Yeah, but you got to be on group FaceTime, and AJ would have had to been on FaceTime, and there would have had to been another person there that AJ didn't know. Plus, the whole iPhone thing was you call someone and they don't know you're calling them, and you turn on their phone and listen without them knowing. That's the complete opposite of this recorded conversation.
Well, but here's the thing, though. It's not really, I'm not saying that I do it, but it's not that hard to record audio by using the proper tools. So at that point, if someone went to the extent, because he's an extremely high profile individual and he's probably never experienced stuff like that, or he has, and he just got
Hey, listen, I don't care how we got it. The point is we got it. It sounds like he's coming. I'll play it again. Let's interpret it, digest it, and talk about it.
Man, good. Who's he going to be?
This is a big question. Do you know what? I think we're going to have to go to the States, because I've done everything I can, and everyone don't want to fight, man.
We need a good. I'm up for the States. I've got a pass up the old woman.
Lucky you, innit?
Yeah. And everything went back to Aldermars, my friend.
All right, then. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, mate. Good luck with everything, yeah?
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
June. I think it's about June time, so.
Yeah, so what? Not happening in April now?
I doubt it. The only thing I can think is if they're trying to make me, stop training, and then 2 weeks later they say, yeah, we want to fight, and then I'm 2 weeks out of preparation.
Yeah.
And they might try and catch me dry. Other than that, in my mind, I'm going to the States.
That'd be a buzz, that.
It'd be good, though.
Yeah. I've done it. I've done the States before. I went to see Joe Calzaghe burn our lockdown.
Yeah, he definitely knew that was being recorded. As soon as I'm a guy, you a guy, right? The guy said, "Hey man, yeah, I got a couple baddies over in New York." Most men or most people that I know would be like, "Hey, yeah, man, I got a couple of them too." You know what I'm saying? I got a real thick one up in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? I got one in Queens.
That's what he said. I think the dude said, "Oh, it's in the States. Oh, I got a pass with the wife."
Oh, okay. I thought he said I got a
so
chick.
AJ says, "Oh, lucky you." Let me try to play it back. Let's play it back. Maybe you're right, Mike. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he was telling AJ.
I heard it the way you heard it, Ness.
Who's he going to be?
This is a big question. Do you know what? I think we're going to have to go to the States, because I've done everything I can, and everyone don't want to fight, man.
We need a good. I'm up for the States. I've got a pass up the old woman.
See, he said, "I've got a pass with the old woman."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's going to the States, so it's like, oh, I can go too.
Yeah, so he his old lady is gonna let him come to the US and watch the AJ fight. Like that's what he's saying.
Real quick, we got a super chat from Eric Cruz. Time is ticking, Mario, on your BW3 fight announcement. Also, we got one from HD Sports Entertainment. Adam Kownacki is a young Nest. They both don't like boxers, but they both are
Yo,
knocking
say that
out their
shit
opponents.
right, bruh. Say that shit right, bruh. Don't be fucking up super chats, especially when they fucking stroking my ego. HDZ Sports Entertainment said Adam Kownacki is a young Ness. They both don't look like boxers, but they both are knocking out their opponents. Hashtag HD Sports Entertainment. You already know, man.
I
Sign.
don't know, man. I don't know. Blaze, bro. What's dude's name? Blaze or
I can't wait to see the Nescafe super chat.
Yo, you
man.
sign up.
The Nescafe
I seen
super
that
chat.
fight, man. I seen that fight, bro. It was closer than what you think.
I don't give a fuck if it's close. I got a knockdown in a 3-round fight. Silly.
Dude, I knocked down. Come on, my nigga.
How you scoring?
Come on, my nigga. Hey, man. Hey.
What?
I seen the fucking punch, bro.
What you mean? So let me ask you something. Hold on, Mike. So you telling me there's people in this world that's that humble that in front of that many people, they don't get punched in the face, they accidentally fall, they get charged 2 points for a knockdown, and they don't contest it ever till this day. Like literally.
To this day. To this day.
No, literally. Like I'm not making this up.
Bro, I watched that clip like 15 times. I'm like, damn, did it?
Listen to me. It don't matter if you watched it 100 times. Aaron, and maybe Aaron could do it now because I'm emphasizing it on the show so much. But Aaron, to this day, has yet to say, yo, Hayes told me on the one-on-one on the ride back, or one day Hayes told. Never. So get the fuck out of here, nigga. My power's real. I knocked Enrique down too. You a $5 Patreon. Go check out. I knocked Enrique out the fucking ropes. I dare one of these pussies to sign the fuck up. Make me quit smoking this Girl Scout cookie so I can put a Girl Scout cookie on your motherfucking chest.
What?
I don't know, bro. That was weird.
That's the strain.
I guess he gonna put some. Hey, he gonna have candles and shit on their chest with Girl Scout cookies. You know what I'm saying?
All you gotta know is tell somebody to sign up. That's it. Tell them sign up. Know what I'm saying? Tell them sign up. I done flew to Texas, beat somebody up in Texas. He don't no longer want to be a heavyweight.
On the real though. Listen, on the real, I'm getting kind of tired of this shit though. Like they keep calling Ness out every fucking show. Like, look, can y'all? No, I'm saying the chat. I'm saying the chat keeps talking shit. Everybody keep talking shit. That's what I'm saying. And it's like, yo, everybody keep making fun of Ness. Like somebody got to step up at this point because y'all are just giving him way too big a head.
I got a quick segue, man. Have y'all seen pictures of Tyson Fury?
Hell yeah, he looking thin as fuck.
That motherfucker look like he done lost.
Wilder
all the weight.
Wilder better be working out because
that motherfucker look like he looks serious, man.
Fury look like he gonna do the Matrix in the ring, man.
He looks fucking serious, bro.
But that don't matter, dog. More weight off ain't gonna mean shit. We know his game plan and we know Wilder's game plan.
And less weight will help that game plan.
Unless that motherfucker move like the Matrix, like I said, like moonwalking in the ring and shit.
Nah, it's 16-ounce gloves because ain't nobody trying to get a charge. You feel me? Hey, you damn right we could get the fade if your ass sign the fuck up.
Yo, they saying you got to kill Brooke the chocolate brownies when you said the Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. Kell Brook got the brownies. I got the Girl Scout cookies. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Pound for pound king.
I wish, I swear to God, man, I want to beat Mike over there. Yes. I'm gonna beat Mike up one day. I'm telling you, but we're gonna talk to Pound for Pound King.
How excited you went in there. Pound for Pound King.
I don't even know why they calling this man this shit real quick, but I don't know who's gonna start this off. Louis Collage.
Hey, look, you know what? I'm gonna for fun. I'm gonna try to be a Team Crawford today.
American starting this shit off, nigga.
Because I already gave my work. I already gave Elm's work, so I wanted to just put the shoe on the other side.
How do you turn down a fight?
Hey yo,
how do you turn down a fight and then fight on the same day that I'm fighting, but you wouldn't fight me when I sent you over a contract?
Hey, Mike, how is Amir Khan not on BoxRec? Like I thought that fight was official.
Maybe it's not.
That'll be awesome. That's
Yo, I'm so sorry not to interrupt, but there's a Ness Cafe Fibs account, Ness. It's
I'm a star, man. I'm a star. That's why I'm the fucking A side, and you chumps need to sign up. I'm a star.
Ness Cafe Gold.
Oh wow, damn! They got all kind of
Ness
Cafe
Gold.
They hit to hear what I gotta say. You feel me?
That's blowing up, boy. Eddie building your profile, man.
Oh, I'm building Eddie's profile in the U.S. I'm building Eddie's profile in the U.S. Don't nobody know Eddie. We making him known over here talking about him. He lucky I had Wilder on the show that day. That's how he got exposed. That's how the world knew him. I did that shit. He owe me. You know he owe me.
Yo,
Well, yeah, man. Back to Terence Crawford, man. I think he was fed up with all the bullshit, man, that's been going around. You got podcast hosts, you got YouTubers, you got guys that wear a WBC Scully that likes to talk shit and like denigrate Crawford's resume, saying that he didn't fault nobody, saying that he's a cherry picker or he bring guys up, which I totally disagree with. Crawford, the way Crawford came up.
We need to play the audio because
the way Crawford came up in the sport of boxing, he was not one of those hero amateurs. He had to get his shit out the mud. You know what I'm saying? He got a 2 weeks notice with Brady Prescott and beat him.
Bro,
ever since then,
why are you ignoring the facts, man? Let the world hear what he said. You trying to fucking pamper them up and lead the witness, bro. Let the jury hear what he said. Is this your opening statement? And I'll shut up if you tell me this is your opening statement, but I don't know what's going on.
Play the audio, man.
I don't even got the audio. You told us you recorded it, remember?
I did record it, but I never put it out because the shit had like.
You ain't got to put it out. All you got to do is send it to me to play it.
We got a live chat from, super chat from Rhythm and Violence. Mike in the live. He can't remember his own fights. What? Okay.
Okay, look. So let's just start this out. So pretty much, Crawford went on and he pretty much said that one of his fights, Gamboa, is a credible win because he didn't just move up in weight. He was the interim champion at that time for one of the belts. Thoughts?
Mario?
You know how I feel about that. That's
what? How do you feel? I don't know. What?
Look, let Mike go. Go ahead, Mike. Oh, he trying to pull it up.
Look, let's just to speak on that right there, because then I have all this stuff he said.
Yo, is there like a WBA? Like, could we get like a WBA interim list? Like, is there? No. I'm talking about like an easy way to pull it up so we can see who's all the interim titleists.
Nah, you can't. That's the point. Is nobody give a fuck. I mean, that's just me being real with it. It's like, who gives a shit? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, some of my favorite fighters have gone through that route.
Hold on. To be fair to Crawford, would you say that the public gave a fuck when Pacquiao beat Lucas Matisse? Did they call him a champion after that win? Because that was for the regular.
Yeah, they did, but they shouldn't have.
Forget the media. Hardcores. No.
Hardcores. No.
Listen, media could be influenced. Media could be influenced. Cats don't know. We talking about hardcores, promoters, fighters. We talking about the people in the know, you know?
Nah, hell no, they didn't.
We're not talking about the gullibles.
Nah, hell no, they didn't.
Of course not, because we know. But at the end of the day, the Manny Pacquiao fan.
What about the hardcores? Did they consider Daniel Jacobs a champion, Ron? When he had the WBA regular and Gennady had the WBA super, and they even had to negotiate. And he was even acting like, yo, I want a bigger percent.
Tell him, Ron.
Were we saying, yo, Daniel's a real champ, man, he deserved more? Or were people like, yo, why are they even negotiating? I mean, I don't know. What were they saying? I don't want to lead you.
Look, at the end of the day, we as hardcore fans respect the sanctioning bodies of the actual belt. We know that the belt itself is a pain in the ass. It used to be 1, then it went on to now to 3 to be undisputed. Now we have 4. And then now this IBO is kind of being brought up a lot now, more than I've ever heard in boxing. So it's annoying, and seeing second versions and second tiers and vacancies, interims, and all this stuff. You know, we want to see guys fight for the belt and beat the man to beat the man. So,
all right, I got this shit, bro. I'm gonna open it too, like fully, so that I could be able to stop. I can't. Chill, T. You gotta wait, B. You gotta wait, because we gotta be able to pause this shit. Because homie, tripping, B. I mean, I promise you, I wish I could debate him. I want to debate him. That's why he don't call in. He don't want that smoke. You know that shit.
Man, I can't say who I fought. Only people I fought was undefeated champions at welterweight.
First spot, we're gonna stop it right there. You heard him say well, and I stopped it, but look. We're gonna rewind it just a bit so you can hear him say
at welterweight.
At welterweight. So I got Crawford's resume pulled.
Keep playing, man, because he corrected himself the very next sentence.
All right, Crawford resume pulled up. So the only welterweight he fought. Let me sign in to make sure I'm on the right weight class.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of correcting in that.
Oh, he corrected himself, did he?
Yeah, very next sentence. Very next sentence.
Yeah.
Very next sentence.
Okay, because I see he fought Jeff Horn for the WBO. Yeah, he fought Jeff Horn for the WBO. And he only had 2 welterweight fights. Yep, 2 welterweight fights. Jeff Horn and Jose Benavidez. All right. Let's go back to the tape.
I can't help the fact that I didn't fight 2 undefeated welterweights in the division.
You see how you made Horn?
2 undefeated welterweights in the division.
But I ain't fight nobody. They want to give Pacquiao all the credit in the world for fighting people, but they don't want to give me no credit for stopping Jeff Horn. And he busted up, bullied Pacquiao.
Right.
The fight shouldn't even been that close if Jeff Horn was a bum.
Right.
It feels.
And I will say that I agree with him. He made the Jeff Horn fight look completely different than what Pacquiao made that fight look like. So we agree so far, or as far on that point, because earlier obviously we did not agree.
Then Pacquiao should have did just like I did, made it an easy fight and got him out of there.
Facts.
But did he do that? No, he went to war with that man. Got busted up by that man. Got pushed around like a little kid by that man. And Jeff Horn, him and Spence was considered as 2 of the biggest welterweights in the division. But,
Now, I'm just not feeling that. Like, have people said Jeff Horn's a big welterweight? Yeah. But they never compared him to Spence. And even if he's not comparing, he's just saying they were the 2 biggest considered in the world. Like, he's still trying to use that Earl Spence cachet. That's one clip Mike sent me. We're going to go to the next. But before we do, any thoughts from the co-host?
Look, he can say whatever he wants, but we all know that.
Great facts.
Look, we can say whatever we want, but we all know that styles make fights. And one fighter can struggle against somebody just based on the kind of style they present to him. So I don't necessarily think that means anything, but I will give him absolute credit for what he was able to do in a situation where Manny Pacquiao wasn't able to do it. But also, no, I'm not even going to say that. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, look, we definitely know that Jeff Horn and Pacquiao was a fight that we didn't expect to be like that. There's also a side that many people felt that Pacquiao won that fight. But in addition to that, by facts, Jeff Horn won the fight and he got the belt. Now, at that point, Terence Crawford, when he fought him, had a better performance than Manny Pacquiao did in that fight. Now,
agree.
Determine how you want to spin that. I mean, that's the objective minus, I guess, the opinion. But I think we all agree that Crawford had a better performance than Manny Pacquiao.
R&V with the super chat. RIP to Bud tonight. And RIP with the super duper chat. RIP to Bud tonight. We got any more thoughts on that audio before we go to the next?
I mean, we can go to the next one, man, because I don't think, in my opinion, a Jeff Horn win over an older Manny Pacquiao who seemed, not making an excuse, seemed that he was taking Jeff Horn very lightly because Manny Pacquiao was not looking to unify the other champions at that time.
All right, let's see what else Mr. Crawford said.
Sound like an excuse for Manny to me.
They ain't gonna give me no credit. They gonna say Jeff Horn was a bum. Everybody I beat, they say he's a bum. He's a bum. If I beat, one of the other top welterweight.
See why he fumbled it? Why he don't say a name? Because he know he beat Earl. We ain't calling him no bum. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna say,
damn.
He was a washed up. He was overrated.
Mike.
Yes, I'm listening, man. I'm listening.
Is Jeff Horn overrated?
I think he's an overachiever.
All right. Mario, is Jeff Horn overrated?
Since day one, yeah.
And Ron, how do you feel about Jeff Horn in the question?
Nigga, I bet Jeff Horn beat Amir Khan ass.
Well, calm
now,
down,
now,
man.
Mario.
You
Say something about
how-
that, Mario. I bet he'll whoop Amir Khan ass right now.
Right. You notice how he went
That's
to
a
you
joke.
and you just went all into mine. Okay, you had a chance.
No respect for your co-host ever.
My honest opinion, I think Jeff Horn was gifted a win.
All right. So you think he's overrated?
We'll see.
All right. So let's see with the chat. Chat, do you think that Jeff Horn is overrated or is he appropriately rated? Does Terence Crawford get top level credit? I mean, I'm gonna give him credit really because of the way he did it. Like he, again, the way he preferenced it, he's like, yo, compare my fight to Pacquiao fight. If he's a bum, then why Pacquiao struggled and I cleaned them out. So he's
if Jeff Horn fought Keith Thurman tomorrow, who would win, y'all? Let me know.
Well, Keith wouldn't take the fight tomorrow,
Probably won't.
Keith, he's got he just came out of fight, but
Amir Khan beats
man, I
both of
might
them.
fuck around and say Josecito Lopez beats Jeff Horn. Calm down, Mike.
Yeah, that I think he could.
You gotta give
that was a good one.
I think that'll be a damn good fight.
It will be a good fight.
The Lopez that I seen Saturday night, he would give Jeff Horn all kind of problems. Yes, sir.
Someone said overrated as fuck. Someone said Horn is a C+ fighter. Someone said RMV said overrated. James Jones says overrated. He's not overrated if the fight Brook easy win.
Jack is the truth. Think Jeff Horn beats Thurman.
Yeah, I mean, that's all good. That's all good. What else we got? Pretty much everybody's saying overrated, but we'll move on to the tape.
Undefeated bums. That's what they're gonna say. Felix Diaz, Olympic gold medalist.
Right.
Y'all talk about Gamboa.
Let's go to the Felix Diaz. He brought him up. He says, Felix Diaz, undefeated gold medalist. So he's giving him a moral
He
victory.
didn't say undefeated gold medalist, bro. He said Felix Diaz, gold medalist. He didn't say undefeated gold medalist.
Right.
Y'all talk about Gamboa. Undefeated bums. That's what they're gonna say. Felix Diaz, Olympic gold medalist.
Right.
Y'all talk about Gamboa. And Gamboa was undefeated, and he was the interim WBA champion at 135. Dumbasses.
Dumbasses. Interim.
Talk your shit, Terrence. You fucking dummies.
Interim champ. What other interim champs you respect as champs, Mike?
I ain't got a list right here in front of me.
What
But
other,
if I had a list, I'll go down it.
what other interim champs you know?
We got a super chat from the neutral corner.
I mean,
Thurman,
Jamal
Spence,
Charlo to help
Porter, and Pack have all been title holders. Crawford was a world champion. # undisputed. Yes, sir. Also, we got one from Rhythm and Violence. I'll read it again anyway, because you're a hater. Rip to Bud tonight. Nigga, Thurman been dead. I ain't heard you say one time, nigga, I don't know how long. You quit that fucking one time shit, huh? Yeah.
All right, now let me help you out, Mike, because interim champions right now are like Jamal Charlo, Regis Prograis,
all them my dogs. I ride with Jamal Charlo. Prograis, he a dog. So yeah, I respect interim champions.
This man.
Quit being so sensitive, nigga.
Inue's brother. Inue's brother.
All right.
Can he talk, man?
You gotta go one by one, and then at least ask us: have we ever respected him as a full champ? Like, because you talking about Inue's brother, man. We just talked about him the other day, how he was an interim champ when we had a bantamweight on the show. We had Warren on the show, and it was like, yeah, he's the mandatory, but he ain't nobody, like, he's not a champ. Like, this is ridiculous that we now, like, all of a sudden falling into this weirdness.
So that's what I'm saying. So however you want to perceive it, if you judge by the interim or the caliber of the individual, and remember, The person could have been a champion at the other weight class and moved up. So it's really subjective in the way we look at the individual opposed to the idea of an interim champion. Because they could have been a 3-division world champion and they just happen to be an interim champion in the next division. But that's a good person to beat. So you can't.
We got a couple super chats. One from Joseph Rodriguez Garcia, Mastermind. What win is better? What win better on resume, Malignaggi or Horn? And also, we got another super chat from Rhythm and Violence, and he just yells out, "One time."
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
Yo, and the truth is, Malignaggi's a better win. He's a multiple division world champion. And he's a true world champion because his win over Sinchenko was in a foreign country and he didn't get no gift. It wasn't no controversy. He busted Sinchenko up when the world thought he had no power. Malignaggi got on a plane, went to Russia, and shut someone's eyes so bad they had to stop the fight. So, yeah. Malignaggi's a better win. Now I don't know why he meant it, because Khan beat Malignaggi. Is that what? That's why? I don't know. Man, but that's the same reason that Keith said that this would be the biggest win on Terence Crawford resume. You know what I'm saying? So back to the tape, I guess.
Let's go.
Hey, some people are so dumb. They say, "Oh well, Gamboa stepped up 2 weight classes." No, he was champion at 135. And
champion.
I can't help the fact that y'all don't know boxing.
Undefeated.
Yo, he's wilding, bro. He's wilding. So check it out. Gamboa fought Michael Farina on the Pacquiao undercard in Las Vegas in 2012. One fight that year. Okay? One fight that year. Then he fights
bad promoters.
Then Bob Arum. Then he fights in 2013. One fight at 134 versus Darley Perez in Canada, which he struggled and was knocked down, I believe. I remember watching that fight. Then he fought Terence Crawford. So he ain't get moved up. But where's the next tape, bro? Where's the next tape? Yo, he killed himself in this shit, bro.
I don't think so, man. I think he made his point pretty
No,
clear.
I mean, that's why we letting the listeners know. You know, we letting them decide.
You know, it's without potential.
I don't get it.
I just came to the gym because this is what
I
I'm
don't
doing.
get it. That shit make my head hurt when I start thinking about stupid shit that people be saying. They say, "Oh, he's this. He's beat this guy. He beat that guy." I would have made that.
Man, Crawford, that's my boy, man. What you talking about? I don't be in with the fights when he come in the ring because I be in the back chilling.
Charlo, man, that was a good fight, man. That was a good fight.
I still ain't watched that one. I
It was-
still gotta watch that one.
It was close. It was close.
still gotta watch that.
Harrison was boxing real good.
He didn't get the credit. National Smoke Day.
Fight Khabib. He ain't about to be grabbing on me. I know how to wrestle. But shit, he wrestled bears. It's a difference. Tell him to get in the ring with me and throw them hands.
Go to the next clip.
Man, listen, man. I can.
So you just sent the fluff clip and shit.
I didn't know there was it was that.
You wanted us to hear him challenge Khabib, like he was interested.
Hey, the world should know. The world should know. Maybe there could be a super fight down the road.
Send the other ones, man, Mike.
Say it to him, but not. Y'all heard of Lenio? If y'all boxing fans, y'all heard of Lenio? That's the man that beat the man at Gully back. Two of them.
Oh shit!
You can't say facts because,
bruh. So he said you can't say facts because we don't understand that. Basically, he's seconding that shit. He's saying he beat the man that beat the man.
I mean, we went through this with Ralphie about the lineal title, and you said.
So he said he beat Horn and Horn beat Pacquiao. So he,
hey man, he beat the man to beat the man. And you just gave him credit for beating Horn. So I mean, you can't say he didn't beat the man who beat the man. Pacquiao was the man at the time.
Was Pacquiao the welterweight lineal champion at the time?
I don't fucking know. How could you be lineal champion when Mayweather whoops your ass in front of 5 million people?
That's what I'm
Mayweather
saying.
retired.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So Mayweather retired makes Pacquiao automatic lineal champion.
I know how I go. I don't know how this shit go, bro.
Oh,
The Rain magazine.
No, that's the point.
The Rain magazine. I heard just giving belts out.
No, you don't know how it go. That's exactly.
Okay.
That's why that's what you are, Mike, because he says it. So
I doubt I'm sheep.
Brother, he's saying he's lineal. You repeating it. We're contesting it, and you're saying I don't know how you're lineal. So, motherfucker, you a sheep. I would never.
No, I'm not a fucking sheep, nigga. You a fucking sheep.
I'm looking it up.
Say this wall ain't black if it ain't fucking black. You laying some.
It's not black. It's black and red.
Look, I'm looking it up now.
Let him tell you he lineal, and you believe in that dumb shit.
Hey man, he get the Rain magazine belt.
I think Pacquiao was linear, I think, at that time.
Thank you, Ron.
Man fan.
But it was a
But
break
nigga, he got his own facts, bro. What you talking about? I'm a man fan. Ron just fucking prove the shit. Nigga, you a fucking shit because you want to believe bullshit.
Brother, there's no way Ron could tell me Manny Pacquiao was lineal champion when Floyd Mayweather beat the brakes off him.
I was going to say that the fact that Mayweather was the lineal prior, he retired, and then Manny Pacquiao was placed as the lineal after that.
Man, like you can't be placed.
Now,
you gotta get the belt. You gotta fight somebody.
Vladimir was placed, nigga.
Let me break down the other one, okay? Because I think Terence Crawford got the lineal title presented after Danny Garcia vacated at the smaller weight class. Then Terence Crawford got it, as well as Mikey after Terence vacated that weight class. So that's where Terrence's claims, and then I think the lightweight division was also his other lineal. So
I don't think he got one at 135.
No, I think
I'm not sure.
I think he did get it at lightweight because
Also,
after
so
Juan Marquez vacated and moved up in 2008, there was this humongous long gap, and I think they gave it to Terence Crawford in 2014. Looking at this list now, they're showing it at light welterweight and lightweight. They don't show him at welterweight. So I'm just saying that if he's counting the fact that he beat Manny Pacquiao after the fact that they say he's retired, I don't know if they count that. So he could be maybe 3, but I don't see it in this list. So he could be 2 to 3, and that's how he got it based off.
Bro, you a hater, man. Like,
listen,
I can't get past how big of a hater you are, Ness. Like, bro, come on, man.
Listen, the Ring magazine isn't the
Ring magazine
title. Don't you get that?
We know it's not a real title. It's presented to the 1 versus 2 every
No, you're not getting it.
Okay.
The Ring magazine isn't the lineal belt. There is no belt. Don't you get it? So because Crawford had a Ring magazine belt doesn't make him lineal.
Well, usually doesn't it mean that
Danny had a lineal. Danny had the Ring magazine. Usually they give you the Ring magazine after you become super WBA champ. The two belts look identical.
But hold on. Usually what they do, from my understanding, is after someone vacates, retires, or leaves the division, they tend to find the number 1 or number 2 to place and determine. Like, for example, the heavyweight division doesn't have, this lineal until Tyson Fury came back. But if he never came back, it would have never been distinguished until Wilder and AJ fought to be undisputed. That's a case where they try to do in multiple divisions. It could be corrupt at times, and it can be favorable, but it's all subjective because when someone leaves that division, I'm just explaining for the people out there. When someone leaves the division, there is no more traditional lineal title. They have to use subjective lists and rankings to determine, or maybe get someone who's completely undisputed at that point. So it's case by case.
Cool. You want to get to some callers, man, or you want to play some more audio?
You want to play the other clips? Like, because you're playing the bad clips.
I mean, the ones that I got are like 4 or 5 minutes long, so
okay,
I can't really send them over.
Here's the other thing he said. He talked about Kell Brook's resume. Let's break down Kell Brook's resume, because at the end of the day,
he said he beat Sean Porter. That's it. and lost to Triple G.
Is Kell Brook an actual, legitimate, credible win when you break down his resume to have on your resume? Yes or
Absolutely.
no? Why?
Absolutely. A win over Sean Porter makes you legit in my book, seeing that Sean Porter is a champion now and had a very, very tough fight with Keith Thurman. I rank Sean Porter very high. So win over Sean Porter makes you a legit in my book.
So then at that point, there's no discredit on Kell Brook, guys. Outside of the Sean Porter win, does his resume hold any type of value? Is Sean Porter a win that the way he performed in that fight let you know that he is a top dog?
But the fact that he tried to discredit Sean Porter and Kell Brook is ridiculous because Sean Porter came back and became a 2-divisional welterweight champion.
He never discredited Sean Porter.
Yes, he did by saying, who the fuck is Kell Brook? He only beat Sean Porter. When Sean showed his medal by losing and getting the world title in the same division again, motherfucker. And, and Sean won his title twice already by 2 dudes more fucking reputable than fucking Jeff Horn. Okay? The first time he won it, it was better than Jeff Horn. And now the second time he won it is better than Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn out here trying to fight fucking Anthony Mundine. And now he talking about fighting Canelo. Man, get out of here.
Pacquiao fight, but Pacquiao don't want to give him a rematch.
Man, please. Dog, he won a money fight, Mike. Please. You supposed to be a hawk or you supposed to be
who don't want a money fight, bro? You sound retarded. Who don't want a money fight? All boxers want money fights. All boxers want the most money they can make their next fight, right or wrong.
Right, you're right. You're right.
Thank you.
Right.
So here's
all
the other.
Want the most money they can make in their division, not this clown.
Dude, he big for the division. You heard him last time. He struggled to make 147 at the fucking weigh-in. He has a re-weigh in. So fighting at 154 or 160 is bad for him now?
And it's just like Peldraza when they made Peldraza fight Javante and he can't make the weight anymore. You saying it's like that?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying he struggled, so why not move up? When guys struggle to make weight, they move up, right?
I mean, that's what you just
Same
said.
thing Jamal Charlo did.
So you're saying he wasn't 100% when he fought Crawford because he was struggling to make weight. So
he wasn't. Who knows, but he lost though, bro.
I mean, that's what you take that check then, right?
So here's another.
The next clip, Mike. Emphasize the next clip. Don't duck this work. You and your man out here retarded shit.
Man, bro, please, man. You just a motherfucking hater from the East Coast.
Yo, Mike, let me help you out.
That's all it is.
You crazy, bro. Let me tell you, in 2014, there was a lot of people in that division, and Thurman was a WBA champ. But you want to say this guy
my nigga just got to the division. Y'all want him to fight motherfucking the Terminator? Somebody coming to the division? Bob Arum have offered people fights to come fight him.
We talking about in 2014 when Pacquiao was an alleged lineal champ and Crawford was fighting Derry Jean. You know, Thurman was already the WBA champ, but somehow, you know, we forgetting that.
Hold on now, Mike. Let me help you out. Now bring up. Let's go with Danny Garcia. Let's go with the Victor Postles. Let's go with all those stuff. Okay. So Danny Garcia beat Lucas Matisse, right?
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, Victor Postal an exceptional win for Terence Crawford to have after Victor Postal beat Lucas Matisse? Is Victor Postal a good win?
At the time,
of course not.
Victor Postal.
Now explain why.
At the time, Victor Postal was ranked.
Listen, nobody even wanted that fight, and that's why Bob put it on pay-per-view, and that's why that shit flopped, bro. The networks told him it wasn't good. Postal was never good for TV. No one ever thought Postal had a chance. Ever.
Well, the way HBO Boxing had it, they had Postal ranked above Terence Crawford at that time.
Mike, how many times do we say here, every time you try to use this dumbass HBO Boxing fucking list, I bring up Roman Chocolatito, loss on a milk carton, Gonzalez. Alleged pound for pound, you leave it up to Jim Lampley because they had no inventory, Mike. They were a failing network. We didn't know. You and I, we weren't privy to this information, but they knew they had no money, so they had to invest in the little ways. They could give $25,000, $75,000. And what they got to do to make you believe that this fight is world level, tell you he's pound for pound. Yeah, did Chocolatico beat a couple of dudes in a couple of weight classes that we never fucking heard of? Then some dude who literally tells you he eats rat beats him.
Roman's a hardcore, but I never thought he was pound for pound number one.
Bro, I wish
good.
Me either.
I wish you was on the show. You would hear people like Nelta, all these people who love the lower divisions talking about how this dude was pound for pound, okay? Pound.
I always thought a fighter like that can't get hit. To be pound for pound, you can't come out of a fight looking all fucked up.
Well, no, hold on, Mike. With that being said, though, I know you didn't see all Chocolatito's fight, so I'm just gonna help you out before you.
I didn't see all of them. I seen the one.
Listen, I watched every single one that was on HBO, and I watched one that was at 6 a.m. in fucking Nicaragua. And man, listen, bro.
But let's go back to the real thing. Like I was saying, to help Mike out, Danny Garcia, he had a great win against Amir Khan, right? Now, with that being said, the man who beat Amir Khan was who?
Danny. And took all his titles, but somehow Khan is a more worthy fight.
Hold on, but I'm saying who beat Khan before Danny Garcia?
Prescott.
And from that point, when Prescott, went from that point from beating Amir Khan, what happened to his career?
Downhill. He was a one-hit wonder.
How many losses in between from that point to Terence Crawford did he have? Was there one?
Multiple.
So, would you say that Terence Crawford beating Prescott after Prescott lost 4 or 5 times is not the same as beating Prescott maybe after Amir Khan?
No, it's not. How the fuck could it be the same right after Amir Khan and be the same after 4 or 5 losses?
I'm having things explained out because I feel like a lot of people just don't know the Prescott and the Khan and all this.
Bro, listen, see, Crawford just has me out as a hater, and he's upset. But the bottom line is this: he does get credit for the Prescott fight, but not at that level that he's trying to give himself credit. He gets credit at that Prescott fight because it was a 7-day short notice. He moved up like 2 weight classes and took that shit on. And he beat him. Then he moved back down, and they gave him weird ass fights with Sanabrias and shit like that.
Now, with that also being said, let's go down to Felix Diaz. Felix Diaz himself was someone who Terence Crawford beat. Now, who did Felix Diaz beat? I think one of the reputable names on there is Adrian Granados. He actually beat Adrian Granados on there. Who did Adrian Granados have good fights or lost to?
Nah, don't give me that good fight or loss to. Who'd he beat? Who'd he beat?
You're talking about Adrian Granados?
That's right. Because you want to build Felix Diaz's resume. Who'd he beat? And who'd Felix Diaz beat? Felix Diaz had a fucking draw. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he could paint it any way he want, but the truth is the truth. Hardcore should not. Like, the only hardcores that's debating this is the dudes that are man fans to their fans. And that's it, to they boxer. You know what I mean? But real hardcores know the truth. Amir Khan ain't got no jaw. Derry Jean was a fucking Canadian. Gamboa was a 126-pounder. That's when he was at his best. We could go down the whole fucking thing, bro. Victor Postal, John Molina Jr., bro. Hank Lundy was outboxing John Molina fucking 9 rounds straight. Showboated like Mickey Bay and got knocked out. That don't make Molina good. What's Molina's biggest win? Hank Lundy? He got Beltran on his list. What is that? A career journeyman? Come on, bro.
Now let's go.
And you know what? Let me not be disrespectful. Beltran won a world title after Crawford beat him, so that even makes it even better. Yeah, let's give him credit for that. And it was a guy that he didn't move up. That was a natural 135-pounder. But how old is Beltran, bro?
Well, I was gonna bring that up too.
How many blocks he been around before they put him in the ring with Crawford?
I was gonna say that too because here's the thing. At the time, didn't Ray Beltran fight Ricky Burns? That's what Eddie went over and said we want to do the rematch because many people felt Ray Beltran beat Ricky Burns.
CPD never thought it. Man, get the fuck out of here. You know who thought that there was that Felix Diaz was gonna win? I never thought that shit. There's never audio of me picking a Dominican.
Were you yelling? I said Ricky Burns.
I'm yelling at the chat, man.
Okay.
That's fucking Alex Lemon. He's a Patreon, so he deserves to get his comment read. But and he's an alumni, but he's fucking lying. He know who the hipster. The hipster. Think of the name. The hipster picked him, not me. I would never pick a Dominican. Nigga, I gotta go see that dude in DR to pick him.
So the whole thing, what I'm trying to say is we break down and try to really, and I'm trying to fight, and I'm trying to do this properly for Mike. But the thing is, no one thinks Terence Crawford is a terrible fighter. I think everyone has assessed Terence Crawford and used the eye test and said, damn, this boy is good. I think the frustration has come to the point where now we want to see the guy who passes every damn eye test known to man to actually have a fight with someone who they either feel equally as good by the eye test or has a reputable, respectable resume. And I think that's where the frustration comes in from us. And Terence Crawford has to see that you can't just continue to pass all the eye tests, but actually beat someone who either has a better resume than you or has better in every aspect in an eye test in a weight class above you.
No, we supposed to somehow give him credit for Amir Khan, who Danny Garcia knocked out. And then we supposed to say, oh, Danny's ducking because he's fighting Granados when you offer Danny $3 million flat, but you offering Khan a pay-per-view. Like, you could sit here in your press conference and say, yo, Khan got a name and that's how you defend it, or you could be a real champ and say, you know, Danny beat Khan. And the world knows.
Tell Danny to send over offer.
Yeah.
Tell Thurman to send over offer.
That's all I want.
Tell Spence to send over offer.
Triggered.
Nobody's out here trying to make fights besides Bob Arum. Nobody is sending over offers besides Bob Arum. If you want the top guys on BBC to fight Terence Crawford, tell them to send over offer too. It's a two-way street.
Now, here's another thing I want to say. When you get allegedly the pound for pound title, the name, when people put you in that perspective, there's never been a person who was pound for pound who's never got torn apart, just like Terence Crawford, by resume, performance. Oh, he didn't look that great.
Triple G got torn apart when he got put him in the pound for pound without beating anybody. And as soon as he ain't beat nobody and he finally fought somebody, how'd he look? Vulnerable.
So
vulnerable.
So from Mayweather to Pacquiao to Andre Ward to everyone that has ever been there, they said their resume wasn't good, hasn't fought nobody. He has to understand that at that position, he should embrace it.
They killing him. He said, yo, Amir Khan's a step up even if Crawford stops him. See what I'm saying? Because his biggest name is Gamboa, B. That's crazy. That's why they accepting this, because they're like, fuck it, he ain't fighting nobody, might as well. He the biggest name. And that's what we're going to be saying. Tomorrow's conversation after this fight is done is, who's his biggest name? Amir Khan? Chinny Chin Chin? Like, dog, he act like he don't know boxing. He act like he don't be watching boxing, putting the little emojis and everything. He know everybody's thoughts of Amir Khan. This just is ludicrous, man. This whole shit was, I don't know what he was doing on live. I don't know. But we got the tape, player. We got the tape.
So with that being
let's get
said,
some callers, man. I want to know what the callers got to say, because you just one of those guys that don't see the fucking bigger picture.
What's the biggest picture? Please help us see it.
That when these guys get in the ring with each other, we're going to see who the best is. And right now, to denigrate somebody's resume or say a guy is not worthy to be pound for pound.
But wait a minute, isn't he doing that? Isn't he doing that?
What?
Isn't
he's defending himself
by putting other people down?
How he's putting who do you put down?
Well, he said, "Oh, y'all giving Kell Brook credit? He ain't beat nobody."
He said Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. He gave Kell Brook credit.
He said, "Y'all giving them credit." Give me the tape, Mike. You want us to get to the callers because you tired of being abused. You
abused by who?
It's too hard to defend this bullshit. You can't do this every day.
I mean, I do this nigga every hour, homie. It's
You can't
nothing to
do
me.
this every day.
It's nothing to me, bro.
Yo, I want
to
get to the part where he tried to say that Derry Jean beat Lamont Peterson, bro. That's what he said, bro. The scorecards was 118, 111, 116, 112, 115, 113. He had the audacity to say that Lamont Peterson, a fight that I was live at in DC, because Adrian Broner was there, he got the audacity to say that Lamont lost that fight just so he could prop up Derry Jean. You believe this shit? You believe this shit? Then he went and said Amir Khan beat Lamont Peterson. When everyone knows Amir Khan lost that fight, and if you want to say Amir Khan won that fight, you have to, without a shadow of a doubt, If you're writing it or you saying it, you got to put that shit in parentheses, put some fucking editor's brackets there and say there was points taken from Amir Khan for shoving, consistently shoving.
Yo, that's bullshit.
Bullshit.
I was waiting for it.
Before you defend anything, hear what I said because I'm giving Amir Khan credit. Okay, I'm giving Amir Khan credit. I said if you say Amir Khan won, we have to say he was point deducted. I'm not saying anything wrong there. So listen to what I'm saying before you go into a big ass rant and we waste time. I'm not saying anything. I feel that Lamont Peterson won, but there was still a point deduction with no knockdowns and an ass whooping. Okay, the ass whooping that was so bad that Khan had to continuously shove and shove and shove. The ass whooping was so big that Khan said some dude in a hat changed the scorecards. But somehow Terence Crawford wants us to believe that Amir Khan.
First of all, Khan didn't say that. That's first of all. Second of all,
yes,
no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, the shoving came from Lamont Peterson, unable to keep Khan off of him. The offensive brilliance that he was displaying. Hold on. You got your shot.
You're wrong. You didn't watch.
No, you got your shot. No, you didn't watch that fight. No, you just wanted Lamont Peterson to win. So that's what that was. But what I'm trying to tell you,
don't forget, Lamont got popped right after the fight. He got popped.
He did get popped. You're right. You're absolutely right. He did. And he had a hometown ref basically handing him the fight. Let me ask you a question, Ness. Since then, have you seen anybody get taken a point for pushing?
What?
Since that fight, have you seen anybody in a major fight deducted for shoving?
No.
Marcos Maidana when?
I believe Marcos.
Nah, I don't think so. That's not true at all. No, that's not true. And first of all, Khan was getting separation. There's a difference between separation. I know, man. He's just throwing shit out there. See when it sticks.
Actually, point deduction actually in the fight in question. I mean, the fighter with America.
Khan was beating Peterson. He was outclassing him in that fight. Lamont Peterson Lamont Peterson needed 4 men or 3 men to help him in that fight because one of the judges' scorecards I remember was fucking ridiculous. But he needed 2 other men in there helping him. It was the ref. It was a handicap match. That's what it was. I thought I was watching WWE. Like I was waiting for a steel chair over Amir Khan's head. Like that shit was crazy. That being said, I hear your argument though. I do hear your argument. Okay, I'm not saying you're totally wrong, but at the same time,
I'm saying he's fucking totally wrong.
But hold on, real quick. I thought shoving is some sort of ruling and clinching.
Right, he took a point, and it was a valid point. You're not supposed to shove. You could only hit with one arm. When you got one arm in the clinch and you have a free arm, you can hit. The referee was within his rights. It's up. The rules, the Queen's Marcusberry rules say it's up to the ref's discretion. What happened after that fight is that ref was ridiculed for doing the right job. I promise.
Oh my God.
I promise you, we do a film study. We will all have a different opinion. Mario will lie because he's always been pro Khan.
I'm pretty sure it's against the rules to not just hold another fighter, but to shove another fighter. I don't see why it would not be anything a referee would warn.
Let's watch the fight. Remember yesterday?
Exactly. And he didn't shove Ness.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He was extending his arms out. It's the same thing if you leave a jab out there. What's the difference?
Listen, let's move on. Tomorrow we'll find free time. Like I said earlier today,
I'm good with that.
If we have free time, I would love to do a film study tomorrow.
I would love it.
Me and Ron were in Philadelphia. We didn't get to do Tuesday's Patreon only film study. So with this argument, I would love to do Peterson Khan.
I would love it. I would love it.
Seen it for a long time.
Before we get to the callers, let me read off some quick news and notes. Pacquiao wants to return in May, but he rejects the Jeff Horn rematch.
Good for him.
Also, Charles Martin wants a rematch with Adam Kownacki. Jeff Horn says no welterweight is worried about Keith Thurman now. Bob Arum says that Thurman looked terrible and Pacquiao would beat him. Also, Hanna Gabriel signed with Lou Dibella. Andre Ward and Carl Fox talk about a rematch. Well, at least on Twitter. I mean, they were going at it.
No welterweight scared of Jeff Horn. He needs to stop with that bullshit.
Hey man, the guy wants big fights.
I want Keith to take the fight as a barometer. Let one of these other.
Yeah, that's a good point because we all came on this show and we all thought, look, based off of Keith's performance, I wouldn't mind. I don't want, but I wouldn't mind if he took another barometer type fight. And this is not Jeff Horn is not Sean Porter. Jeff Horn is not Danny Garcia. Jeff Horn is not, excuse me. Jeff Horn is not, Earl Spence. So I think that's a good fight. Like it's a perceived step up. I don't even know. I think Lopez would be a harder fight. At the end of the day, after Thurman and Horn are done, I think we're going to look back and say that Lopez was the tougher test.
Hopefully. I'm a Thurman fan, but at least I'm saying hopefully, unlike Mike, I'm saying, nah, Horn the tougher test. I'm blind love, you know what I'm saying?
I never said Horn was tougher test. I said the fight between Horn and Lopez would be a damn good fight. Probably I could lean toward Lopez because of his last performance. Also, I think Jeff Horn is going to be a tough out for any welterweight in the division. And this is how you know what I'm saying, keep talking and not letting this try to cut you off because you got something to say. But go ahead, Ness.
We didn't really hear you because the sound.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Jeff Horn, though. Jeff Horn is not going to fight anymore in welterweight, and until he does, you're always going to have to question him at welterweight or his career because at the end of the day, I mean, beating what would be an old, uninspired, maybe a Manny Pacquiao of now.
And we making up excuses for Manny now. He's old and uninspired, but
okay. Here's another thing because I was trying to help you out on the show, but here's the thing. Crawford wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao.
Yep.
Now he all of a sudden
Arum didn't make it happen. Bob Arum came out and said he didn't want that for Manny Pacquiao.
So if Thurman fights Manny Pacquiao or anything of these guys fight Manny Pacquiao, because Thurman wanted to originally fight Amir Khan, but he couldn't get the Amir Khan fight. But Terence Crawford gets the Amir Khan fight. So if Thurman gets Manny Pacquiao, I don't want to hear excuses about anything because he wanted that guy and that guy wanted that guy. It's all the same thing. So don't play the game.
Bro, I won't be mad at Thurman for fighting Pacquiao. Like look, I think that's a logical step for his comeback.
Look, we went through the whole chat and no one agreed that Jeff Horn is who he is. That's why we sit here and go.
They are in the chat, bro.
Only Mike.
They are in the chat, man. Until I see another top welterweight dismantle Jeff Horn.
Outside of Pacquiao, name me.
Pacquiao had a fucking Pacquiao had a war with.
Outside of Manny Pacquiao, let's move that. Tell me Jeff Horn's best friend.
I don't play the fucking the resume game. I play what I see. I play what I see in the ring.
So great.
I play what I see in the ring. Jeff Horn was a tough fighter against Manny Pacquiao.
I don't even know why you bite on this, Mike, because the bottom line is this.
I'm done playing that fucking
That's the fight. Fuck everything else. He's gonna fight Khan. That's gonna be the best fight.
Jeff Horn last fight, he was a tough fucking fighter. Period.
Khan is better than anybody that Spence has on his resume, and so I don't even know why you don't even entertain that shit anymore. It's like we could be honest about Jeff Horn. You know what I'm saying? But we also got to be honest about Khan.
I don't want to be it. No, you just said it.
No. I know. I'm saying
I am being honest. Until I see another top welterweight dismantle Jeff Horn, I don't know how good he is or he isn't.
So at this moment, Jeff Horn does not get any more credit of anybody, if anything, less credit, because at that point, he comes in, okay? He was used as a cherry pick. Let's keep it real. Manny Pacquiao had the opportunity to unify and fight everyone else. He never did that. Why didn't he do that? Where was he? No, he went through his mandatory route. We ridicule anyone who doesn't unify, just like how we're talking about Crawford and Thurman and let's keep it real, Mike. What did Manny Pacquiao do? He tried to take the easy road, okay?
Yes,
so his cherry pick was gone wrong. But doesn't mean Jeff Horn is elite. Doesn't mean he was this overall.
It don't mean he's elite at all. But he gave a fucking legend a tough fight, run. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Until I see another top welterweight go in and beat up Jeff Horn the way Terence Crawford did, I have
I'll ask you a question. If you look at someone's resume and he beat Sugar Ray Leonard and Duran, okay, what would you call that guy? How good with
tough motherfucker? He a bad guy.
Okay, now Sugar Ray Leonard fought Hector Camacho at the very end of his career, as well as Roberto Duran moving a unbelievable amount of weight. Hector Camacho, okay, at that point in the career he was in, okay, does not equal to the Tommy Hearns and the Marvin Haglers and that era, because at that time they fought in their prime. Jeff Horn does not get a reputable win over Manny Pacquiao because he didn't fight him in the era of the time. Hector Camacho was great, but he does not truly get the true win of a Sugar Ray Leonard who was coming back and thought he can do something amazing. Come on. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say just having names on resumes is more than what it is.
Bro,
No,
I'm
you
not
can
going
assess
off the
fight
name
too
on a
much.
resume, Ron. I'm
Too
going off
hard.
the fight that I've seen between
Manny
Jeff Horn
Pacquiao was
and Manny
not Manny
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao and Lucas Matisse
Who
wasn't
knows
Manny
what
Pacquiao.
Manny has won 2 more fights since
Manny
then. What are you
Pacquiao
talking
against
about?
Adrian Broner. Listen to that. So Manny Pacquiao went on and fought Lucas Matisse and then Adrian Broner. Does that sound like something that Manny Pacquiao is having this unbelievable, tremendous win streak after the Jeff Horn fight? No, he went
I'm
to
not saying
Lucas
that
Matisse
he is, but what
and he
I'm
went to
saying, he
Adrian
has
Broner.
been victorious against good opposition.
Right. He's never gonna let this go, Ron. Like
I know.
I'm not gonna let it go, man. Y'all trying to get me to fucking see how y'all see shit, and I don't have y'all vision. I don't wear y'all glasses, so I'm sorry.
No, you don't have our vision, and you don't wear glasses. You are blind. You
I'm
are
gonna be blind then. The blind lead the blind. Can we get to the callers, please? Let me see what my callers got to say, and they probably will back me up because everybody knows. I'm telling you, man, the callers are going to back me up. Period.
Back you up into a wall.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
We
going know what kind of cereal Ness eat.
Anyway, we're going on Mastermind. Joseph.
Yeah, let's just be real, man. Terence Crawford, his resume doesn't even stack up next to Danny Garcia's, well, especially going at 147. Danny Garcia's first 2 fights at 140.
Who gonna win? Danny Garcia versus Terence Crawford.
Mike,
Who
let
gonna
him
win?
get his call. You said get to the callers, let the callers talk, and try to back you up or put you against the wall. Let them talk.
Danny Garcia's first 2 fights at 147 were against 2 former welterweight champions. That's already more than Crawford done at this division. Now, my thing is Crawford is not going to be able to handle the size and strength of full-fledged welterweights just like Danny did. There's a reason he's fighting Khan, and there's a reason he sent that offer to Danny Garcia. He's not going to be able to handle these full-fledged 147s. Sean Porter will be a nightmare for Terence Crawford, the way he fights his physical style. Weight classes matter, Mike. Let's just keep it real. The weight classes matter. And then
Skills pay the bills.
Okay, and against elite level welterweights, he's not going to be able to overcome them. He's not. That's why he sent the offer to Danny Garcia, former 140. What division did Khan come from? 140.
Nah, Khan came from under
Terence
that.
Crawford's not that guy.
Khan was 135. He started.
Okay, so another small guy. Crawford, deep down, Crawford and Bob Arum know he's going to struggle with full-fledged welterweights. I'm not saying he loses off the bat, but he's going to struggle with full-fledged welterweights.
Everybody going to struggle. Once you get to it,
Why you triggered, man? Let that man talk. He a mastermind. Damn.
His resume don't compare. Resume don't compare. You know, he talked about Kell Brook, how he was created, but people forget at one time Kell Brook and Keith Thurman were thought of as the top 2 welterweights once Mayweather first left. It's easy to look back for hindsight and change your mind, but at the time, 1A and 1B was Keith Thurman and Kell Brook. So I just don't see Terence Crawford's resume panning yet. It can, but so far it doesn't. It just doesn't.
Joseph,
but I'll
man.
move Randy in a bit.
Thanks for calling in, bro. You the champ. You got Mike against the road. Go ahead, Mike. Now you can talk. Damn.
Go to the next caller, man. Joseph,
Hey,
man,
Mike.
great call, brother. Great call.
Mike, just so you know, when we get to the callers, because you said all your points for like an hour in the show, let them talk their points.
Try 2 hours.
Let them talk their points.
Hey, man, look here, man.
I'm gonna
Look
put
here,
a counter.
man. I'm a emotional creature, man. I react. I don't think. Okay, I react to shit, bro. I'm sorry if I have outbursts. I'm sorry if I cut people off.
Mike,
I don't mean it. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
1-0. That's your resume right now on the calls. 1-0. He says Crawford could pass the eye test, which we all agree, but his resume does not match that. Retired. We want to see the fights.
But I will say that he passes the eye test in a major way. That's the thing that Mike has on his side, that this man is doing. Oh, you said that. My bad. Well, that's what Mike's been saying too, though.
I was the one who initiated that he exceeds the eye test. But
yeah,
his resume
definitely.
is below what the standard is for a person who exceeds the eye test. So at this point, 1-0.
We've seen great fighters do less with more, or yeah. So, you know, I think I said that right. We've seen fighters do less with more. So you got to give Crawford his just due.
Yo, be careful with Mike. They said Mike's one more Crawford diss away from a shooting spree.
Hold on, but they crazy, nigga. I don't do no fucking. I'm black. I'm black, man.
If you support
I'm black.
Mike's view, call in, and I want to hear.
Help him. Let's go out to.
Don't type it. Call in.
Let's go out to Bullet. Talk to me on Skype, Bullet.
What's going on, Bullet, man? Talk some sense into these people.
Bullet. Really? All right.
That was funny.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go on to Lids Low. Talk to me.
Lids Low, nigga, like mine.
Let's have him, man. You know, Decatur, Georgia. All right, so, Ron, I want to holler at you real quick because you're more logical than. And no disrespect in this, because you just don't like fucking Terence Crawford. So, Ron, what's your thoughts on Terence Crawford, man?
I think Terence Crawford is an unbelievably exceptional fighter who I think we just want to see him in a fight where we can truly put those skills with a reputable opponent and a name that can back the eye test with a resume that can solidify that he is the goods. Because I think he's good as hell.
Okay, good ass answer. Now, Ness, do you agree with what Ron just said?
I think that Terence Crawford is an exceptional fighter that is a victim of his own circumstance. He chose to sign with a company that doesn't have the inventory to give him the opportunity needed to prove how good he really is.
Damn, that was fucking well said. That was so well said.
It's funny you say that, Ness, because earlier today you said Gennady Golovkin should sign with PBC, but the stable.
Mario,
the fighters.
I'll say this. Hold on. I'll say this. I'll say this. Slow.
Get his call, Michael.
Yeah. Okay. He asked me. I'm going. I think Terence Crawford, simply put, is the pound for pound best fighter on the planet.
Appreciate it. I dig it too, shout. Now, Ness, I know how you feel, Mike. Bruh. I feel you emotional and shit, my nigga. But check this, man. When Money got in the ring, did you feel any type of way when he was finna fight? Now, I ask you that.
Really.
I ask you that because does Terence Crawford not remind you of Money? You might not like the way.
Nah, I think Terence Crawford got a little bit more killer.
He go, but that motherfucker get the job done. So the reason me calling in was basically to show people Ness is not that much against Terence Crawford, number one. And two, Mike, you ain't got shit to worry about, dog. Let Terence Crawford do what the fuck he do. When we got them get Keith Thurman, we ain't gonna have to say shit else, dog. When we get motherfucking Spitz, we ain't got to say shit else, dog. When we get Danny Garcia, and I fuck with Danny Garcia, excuse me, I'm walking. But we ain't got shit else to say. So Mike, my nigga, you ain't got shit else to say, dog. Let motherfucking Terence Crawford do his thing. Appreciate y'all letting me talk. I'm out.
That was a great call.
That was a great goddamn call.
That was a great call. That's a good point about Floyd.
I got one thing though. I'll tell you this though.
The call is so great that his biggest point is when we get Keith Thurman.
Man, why you hating, bro? See, they go ahead again. They go ahead again.
Let me talk.
They go ahead again.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. My senses without interrupting me because you know that there's nails in your coffin. Are you able to breathe in that palm box that you in? Because I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? When we get Terence Crawford, when we get Keith Thurman, when we get Danny Garcia, and he my boy. But when we get, are you going to get him? Are you going to get him? Let me tell you what a good promoter like Eddie Hearn is doing. He out there bringing his executives with him, from the networks, the VPs. He bringing John Skipper to try and get Gennady Golovkin, right? He out here signing everybody, flying around the world. Why is Eddie getting it done? I don't get it. I see PBC offering motherfucking over six-figure deals and a pay-per-view to Gennady to get it done for Jamal. So the only person I see sending $3 million offers is AJ and Terence Crawford. And they got the same public perception that they don't want them fights. I'm done.
And remember this real quick. Floyd got ridiculed unbelievably because of the Manny Pacquiao and him negotiations. Like, don't forget, like, it's not the whole needle speculation. It was also, can we just make the damn fight happen? And that's the problem thing. Don't trust me. When I saw Keith Thurman at the press conference, I was the only one to ask them about Terence Crawford. And I even said, we all probably know you're going to go after Sean Porter after this, but where does Terence Crawford fit in this? Trust me. I also think these guys from the PBC side should fight Terence Crawford too. It's a both-way thing. It's not a Crawford thing. It's not a PBC thing. I'm just saying, Crawford, I think he needs to win on his resume more to validate his exceptional ability, because the other guys can make their case by using the resume and Crawford can't.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. It's a resume game. But I told you already, man. I wish, matter of fact, we need to do that story. We need to do that show. Since nobody wants to do the little video, we need to do Terence Crawford, the Lucian Boutte of 2019.
God damn, that's disrespectful.
What? So
That's
Boutte wasn't a champion? So
I mean, yeah, but Boutte.
So Boutte didn't get a super fight.
And when he did, he didn't show up.
So Boutte didn't fight the Badu Jacks of the world.
Oh, you're talking about in terms of what they will do.
So Boutte wasn't on the outside looking in at the division?
Okay, I can rock with that. I can rock with that. I thought you were just talking about pure, like, what they have.
You're casual, man. You better watch your mouth when you come at me, man.
Yeah, you just got to make your points clear.
Be sharp, man. We going out to a boomeranger in the Nolia. What up, RMV?
What's good, man? I ain't gonna rain on this parade too much. You feel me? I mean, I feel him tonight, but you know, wise person always told me, if you open up a cage of a lion, do you have to defend it? And I think the reason why Mike got to defend him so much is because he realized his lion ain't been tested, or even nobody even know if he got a real bite. So the reason why you see Mike crying so much is because he's intelligent. He realizes I argue about other people all the time. And if I ever had somebody on the other side that would talk like Terence Crawford, and if Terence Crawford was somebody else and they would reign pound for pound king and he didn't fight shit, that he would rip their ass open. And he realized that. And that's why he's emotional. So, hey, man, let him be. He emotional. He don't want to be wrong. He tied to him. He didn't put a lot of invest on him. He don't want to seem like a fool in the thing. So, look, I'm going to let him be. I ain't going to do no more super chats for you tonight. I'm going to play broke for the rest of the night. I ain't gonna do no more one time. Holla at your boy.
RMV, man, thanks for calling in. We going to Marcus in DC. What up?
What's good, yo? Hey, Mike, I got a quick question for you. So is your argument that because Terence Crawford's resume is a little shaky, that means what? You're saying his resume is not shaky? I mean, I've been listening to you, but I still didn't gather what you're trying to say.
What I'm saying is, man, when it comes to Terence Crawford, everybody likes to bring a resume. I'm of the mindset. I go off what I see, and I'm ready to see Terence Crawford in the ring with Thurman, Spence, and Porter. I want to see who is the best. So I'm just of the mindset that you can't. I mean, resumes are meant to be built up. You know what I'm saying? We all know the resume game, and Terence Crawford wasn't really brought up the traditional way. He had a 2-week notice fight with British Prescott, and he just been grinding ever since. And I just think the guy is extremely talented.
That's where you're wrong. See, after he took that short notice fight, that's when the machines opened their eyes and said, "Oh shit, let's get behind him." That's when the cherry picking started.
You're entitled to your opinion, and like I said, I'm just of the mindset that
here's what
he beats everybody else at 147.
Right here. Joseph Cedar Lopez was not supposed to win, or was not expected to win against Victor Ortiz. When you win a fight that you're not supposed to win, the boxing gods feed you to the fans with hard matches that they don't match their stars with. Terence Crawford, when he stepped in there for a Breeders, they had no expectation of what he would do. when they saw what he did, the next match that they matched him, they attempted to match him with a hard skill set, but in a different weight class, right? I'm of the mindset like this. Everybody can't have a resume until you know what I'm saying? There's a certain level of elite and A-level fighters in every division. Everybody don't have a resume until you start fighting those guys. I feel that's what Ness is saying is, but if you really want to fight them guys, you pick the wrong company to go to. But I look at what you do with the people that they give you. Do you bore us out fighting 12 rounds with bums where we can clearly see you the more talented fighter and you don't have a step your level game up to stop people? Or you the type of dude that when they give you these dudes, in the meantime, between time, you stop these dudes? I disagree, Ness, that just because Gennady had a step-up fight against Daniel Jacobs that he ain't look good. I think he was in a competitive fight with a much bigger fighter that Canelo and Canelo's side saw what the advantages were.
Don't give me that much bigger fighter shit. He been making the weight. He been making the weight all his life.
Listen, let me finish. Listen,
much
he
bigger
hadn't been
fighter
12 rounds
bullshit.
in like 8 years. Stop. Listen, he hadn't been 8 rounds. He hadn't been 12 rounds in 8 years almost. Okay. My point, what I'm saying is this. Danny Jacobs came in a way that Canelo is not letting him come in for his fight, which is he has to do the 10-day weigh-in. The next day 10-pound weigh-in.
That's also false. That's also false. That's also
That's
false.
That's an IBF
It's
thing.
also false. That's an IBF thing. We've already clarified that with the promoter of Daniel Jacobs. So knock it off with your false lies over here. And as far as Daniel Jacobs being bigger, doggy, you make the weight feel fucking great.
Yeah, I have a video with Andre Rozier saying it, and I'll put another one because I have some videos with Andre Rozier kind of reclarifying. Like the thing that could be Canelo is the money, the amount, the fees. You can do that like Chavez Jr. But at that point, that's all IBF. That's never been a Canelo ruling because Canelo is blown up unbelievable amount of times. Don't say that. RV. You're my dude, though.
That wasn't RMV. That was Marcus from DC.
DeMarcus.
Marcus from DC. But Daniel Jacobs has been fighting at 160 pounds. Let me just show you this shit. Bro, his whole career.
His whole career.
I thought he started at 54.
So did I, though. So did I.
What's this guy, Ishe Smith at 54? Look, he didn't even fight Ishe. Come on, dog.
And here's the thing about the whole eye test.
Man.
I'm a huge fan of Joey Spencer. I think he's a great prospect. Okay. He passes the eye test. But what do we all want Joey Spencer to do? Step up the competition and get better fights, right? That's just what you move up prospects just like that. Like you move up guys like Terence Crawford, who's been put in the pound for pound. So you move them up to the more tougher fight, just like prospects.
I don't even understand why is it a bad thing for us to ask for him to get in a real fight. Like why I gotta be labeled a hater because I want him to fight a decent fight. Like
that's it. You get better fights every time you win. We want the next.
Why I gotta be a hater because I don't want to lie that Amir Khan is gonna be competitive. Like we know he's gonna knock Amir Khan. This man, listen, there are things I give this dude credit for, and that's what I don't get about him. Like he's just mad sensitive, bro. British Prescott, super duper credit. Took that short notice, moved up like 2-weight divisions. Well, not even 1-weight division, really. I see that.
It was 1-weight division.
I see resume say he was always at 35. So he moved up 1 weight, 7 days notice, beat up British Prescott. Cool. Then they gave him them toothpick fights, the ones you clean your teeth with. And then he got the Ricky Burns fight after he showed the network, yo, I'm worth it. You know what I'm saying? I'm worth it. He went overseas for that. Respect. Beat the brakes off of Ricky Burns. Beat the brakes. Good fight. Why Ricky Burns was a natural 135er who moved up from 130 naturally. It was always supposed to be a Ricky Burns and Broner fight, but he ducked Broner at 130 and 135. But Top Rank offered him the bag. They gave him the motherfucking Crawford fight. He went overseas. He took the belt and he did it. Mad credit.
And then going off to that.
Gamboa is like, okay, but with an explanation.
For the asterisks.
Yeah, because it's like, yo, Gamboa's best days are always at 26. You go through his resume, he was always good at 26. Not 30, not 35. Beltran, come on, bruh. Yeah, he won a title in retrospect after Crawford beat him. But before Crawford beat him, he was a journeyman. So I guess we got to give him some sort of credit because this quote-unquote journeyman turned around and became a world champion. but then lost it. He didn't even get to defend it. He lost it in his first defense. So again, you know, was it a world champion, or was it that the promoter was able to get a WBO vacant title or some shit like that? Come on, bro.
Yeah, and then going off that, Pittsburgh Brew reminded me, you know, and I did agree with you. Gennady Golovkin was someone where a lot of the fans felt the same way. And there's certain times where fighters put in a position where maybe the A side or some other side doesn't get the fights that we want to see. We wanted Gennady to fight Sergey Martinez. We wanted him to fight Cotto, and eventually led to Canelo. We wanted that fight. Now, just because the fact that some of us felt that Triple G didn't have this resume, you know, of whatever, we didn't encourage Triple G and Canelo to fight each other, which obviously shows that we should probably get a trilogy. That's all we're trying to do. Regardless of the resume of Triple G was great, but we were pushing for the fight, just like we're pushing Crawford to fight these other guys. PBC, we're putting pressure on you. Top Rank, we're putting pressure. That's all we're asking for. Like I said, I asked Keith Thurman. I was only going to say, what about Crawford? We all know you want Sean Porter. You're talking about Manny Pacquiao. What about Crawford? So that's the whole thing. We know these guys have their own business, but if they were all on the same side and the same promoter, easier said than done.
You're right, Ron. And I think the reason why Terence, or people feel like Terence gets more of the blame, is because at least because like Crawford doesn't even have a Sean Porter or a Danny Garcia or I mean, even some of the B-level ranked guys, like he doesn't have those. So it's hard to look forward to what he could get.
So what do you do if you really want those fights? You kind of get desperate in a way where it's like, what does it take for me to get the fights? Do we don't need more money to give them? Do I have to go on Showtime? Or if they need to come to ESPN, what do they need?
And I think that we need to stop this notion, this protection of Crawford that PBC fighters don't want to fight. First of all, Amir Khan's a PBC fighter, okay? He's still with Al Heyman. How many times does he have to say it? How many?
I thought he was a matchroom.
He's a PB, but he's still Al Heyman.
Okay, he's still Al
Heyman.
He's still advised.
The same way Daniel Jacobs is still Al Heyman. The same way that Elder Leo Alvarez is still Al Heyman, which just continues to show that Al Heyman does business with anyone. Send the appropriate offer for the value of the fighter. Danny Garcia beat.
Why don't they send Terence Crawford an offer since he does business with everybody?
Why do you think? Why do you think? Please answer that. Please answer it. Why do you think?
I have no clue.
You don't have not even a thought? You can't give us a thought.
I asked you a question, man. Why is it on Terence Crawford to send over the offers when Keith Thurman has been unified, when Errol Spence has been champion longer, when Sean Porter has been in the division longer? Y'all send over an offer for Terence Crawford if y'all want to fight that bad, if y'all want that WBO belt, if he's a cherry, if he's sweet, go ahead and take a fight.
Ron, I'll ask you the question. This guy's, he's
no one said anyone thought he was sweet.
Fanboy, man.
I don't think anyone thinks Crawford is not a good fighter.
Have you seen Keith Thurman interview before his fight? Have you seen Keith Thurman interview before his last fight? Okay, then.
You didn't want to answer it.
Listen, no one on the PBC side has thought Crawford is a cherry pick. They acknowledge him as a great fighter, and they know he's a good fighter. It's not a cherry pick. It became a business thing because fighters needs the fights on their ratings. Okay, Crawford even said on the Fight Hype or whatever his Instagram saying like, "Yo, I'm going to fight on ESPN.
Said verbatim,
they're going to fight on
I don't respect Terence Crawford at 147. He has done nothing."
He did say that. Thurman did say that.
Look, at the end of the day, Thurman came back because he needed to get his tune-up, because I don't know if you can name exceptional fighters that come back after 22-month layoffs and perform amazingly after one or two fights. It's just shown that Thurman looked terrible against Josecito Lopez. Now, granted, the fact that you wanted Crawford to fight Thurman on his comeback, sure, maybe Crawford could have won that fight, but guess what?
I never said that I want Crawford to fight Thurman.
Do you think that would?
I've been on record saying I want the 100% Keith to fight the 100% Terence Crawford. Period.
Okay, so you don't. Then at that point, then what's the point of sending contracts at that moment? Because if he was unified at the time, Crawford wasn't even in the division. So now that doesn't even make sense. When Thurman came back, you just agreed, I want 100% Keith Thurman. Do you feel that when he came,
he's not the only welterweight on that side of the pond?
I'm talking about one person
over there.
Mike,
I'm just saying he's not the only person over there. I said more than Keith Thurman. I said Thurman.
Mike, let's
Porter,
go one person
Spence.
at a time. Oh my God, Mike, one person at a time, because you haven't even. I need you to agree on one after another until you just start glossing
I
over.
just told you that I want 100% Keith versus 100% Terence Crawford.
So Thurman at this point is exiled for that reason, right? Do you feel like he's not 100%?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
let's move past that. So when Sean Porter was at that he was at that spot, right? When Crawford came in, was he a champion at the time? No, he wasn't. There was Danny Garcia and Sean Porter for a vacant title, right? There was no opportunity for that moment because there was no champion at that. Once that was crowned, okay, there was a mandatory position put with Ugas, all right? And Crawford went in and has this fight with David Benavidez, all right? The only
You
other
told me you told me personally that unification is Trump mandatories.
Correct. So you can go vice versa. So we're
so tell Al, tell Al to send an offer over for Terence Crawford to fight Sean Porter.
No, we wasting time, dude. This dude's a clown. When it comes to this.
Listen really quick.
He can't even for the show, for the sake of the show, talk like educated. Like he's bugging, bro. He's got a block.
I'm not being educated. One side is making the offers, the other side is making none. If you got 4 champions on this side, send over offers for the other champion. Period.
Bob Arum, I talked to, not you. I talked to Bob Arum. I have a video out asking, have you sent contracts and deals for all the other champions on the PBC side, not just Danny Garcia? He said no.
He said no.
He said the PBC guys don't want. No, we have these other guys on the top rank, these European fighters. He only said Ugas was the exceptional fight. Ugas is not even a champion. Why is he entertaining the idea of saying, oh, I like Ugas, but Sean Porter, he's a nobody, even though he has a belt? I have the interview. I was the one who asked him. I even asked him, well, don't they have belts? Doesn't Terence Crawford want the belts? He didn't even agree. Like, yeah, so we should make the offers, right? We should attempt to make offers. Bob said no. Those guys, no. And he clarified that Danny Garcia was the only person on PBC that they offered a contract, regardless if it was, oh, they have fights and deals or they had fights made already, so we can't do that. That was my point right there, Mike, that you just said, well, doesn't unifications trump? Well, you're right. Unifications could have trumped, and Bob Arum never sent any contracts for unifications for Terence Crawford on video. Proof in the pudding. That's it. So just let's not just make this about the fighters that you may like. Let's make this about the ideal situation that we need everyone to come.
It's not about the fighters that I like, bro. One side is making offers, the other side is not.
Bob Arum,
Ness always said, "Why don't you send a bigger offer? Send a bigger offer." Tell Al Heyman's side to make an offer to Terence Crawford. I mean, simple as that.
So we're sending 3 minutes. I don't even go.
Are you gonna answer my question, or are we gonna move on?
Let's just move on.
So can the other hosts answer my question? Why do you think that Heyman hasn't sent Crawford an offer?
I mean, look, it's plain and simple. They have room to go on the PBC side. I mean, they have fights to be made.
All right. What about you, Ron?
What was the question?
Why do you think Heyman hasn't sent Crawford an offer? Because, you know, our other co-host continues to say, tell Heyman send an offer. Tell Heyman send an offer. Why do you think Heyman hasn't sent an offer?
Possibly for the same reason of every other promoter out there. I don't know.
What?
What do you mean? You just tell me.
What do you mean? What the hell was that? Does that even mean? What do you mean?
Heyman send a contract?
Why hasn't Al Heyman sent an offer to Terence Crawford to fight one of his welterweights?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't have, again, like Mike, you don't even have a fucking guess?
Well, at this point, why would they put all this money out for someone when they have the whole entire?
All right, so
yeah, they don't need them. They don't need them.
Say that. Say what you're saying, bro. What do you mean?
Okay, but I'm sitting here just flabbergasted the idea of just like the fights aren't made. I'm just tired. This is like heavyweight division again. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't care. Like, I want to put pressure on everybody.
Or dude only want to ask you the shit that he want to ask to fucking build his narrative up.
At the end of the day, you gotta understand.
Narrative, Mike. Build one because you need it. That's what RMV said. That you're upset because you have to defend him.
Bro, I'm not upset, man. I'm totally like relaxed right now, bro. Like you guys are going on and on, not me.
Doesn't seem that way. Doesn't seem that way. Not at all. You refuse to answer the question.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
I don't know. You know, radio silence because you refuse to answer. It's all good. We'll go to Joseph, the mastermind, since you ducking.
Real quick, I also want to clarify. When I'm going against Terence Crawford's resume, and this hurts me to say, but I can't give Errol Spence that much credit either because he doesn't have a great resume yet either. That's why I compare. The most comparative you can give is Terence Crawford and Danny Garcia, both with a man at 140 and came up. That's why I consistently compare that to the two. Now, earlier, I couldn't believe I heard this come out of Mario's mouth saying that a win over Khan would be better than anything on Spence's record when Spence beat the man that Khan has been ducking forever. Just like it seems Mario's going to duck my $100 bet because if Khan Brook ever happens, Kell Brook's going to destroy Amir Khan. But that's besides the point. But anyways, yeah, I don't want it to get misconstrued because I'm a big Errol Spence fan, but he has the same problem, the same resume problem. But I don't think we hear – I mean, we see even PBC fighters don't want to get in there with Errol Spence, man. Look, it took Mikey Garcia stepping up to get in there. But real quick before I go, I just want to say one thing. Whenever Errol Spence does get in there with Bud Light in the ass is going to be man down, and then it's going to be man down once again when he gets in there at one time because Errol Spence is going to rise to the top and be the top of the 147 division. But that's it. I'm out.
I'll take that bet, Joseph. I'll take it. I'll take that bet.
This is you need us, we don't need you business. This is just plain and simple. Yeah. And look, the reason why I responded in a way of like, why is Al sending? I don't fucking know. I don't know why that side's not. But at the end of the day, my only logical thing from A side to B side is you need us, we don't need you. And when fighters join together, they go and build something. Like we have 3 belts, you have 1. So come see us. Just like AJ does to Wilder.
Exactly why it's logical for the guy with 1 belt to send the offer, just like Wilder did to AJ. We'll get to the next caller and continue to allow Mike to just die in his...
Jay Harcourt to put him in.
Who?
Jay Harcourt.
Ah, I see him. And he has not pressed 1, Jay. But I will put you in. And this is why we didn't even go to you. But I know that I have not been doing this.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
Jay Hardcore Boxing.
You don't know shit about boxing.
BoxingVoice.com.
Okay.
What's up, my TBV family? How everybody going right now? Well, I see Mike over there a little sensitive over
Mike
there.
Tight,
Okay,
Mike Tight
Mike.
right now, man.
Listen in, man. Crawford, man, is a great fighter. I give that to him. You know, my whole argument right now is he done had 34 fights and he hasn't fought anyone elite yet. You know, he's the king of the B- fighters right now. You know, and every time he goes to the test, he does pass the test. I don't think, what's his name? Benavidez, he shouldn't have went 12 rounds with him. The boy was crippled. But Crawford is like, I'm not going to say that yet. I want to see Crawford against somebody elite. That's the only way that we can gauge what he can do. And we haven't seen that yet whatsoever. The boy, 31 years old, 34 fights, and has not fought an elite fighter yet. And that's actually going to work against him because you're iron shopping iron. You need to be in there with the top echelon to actually get yourself right. So when he does get an elite fight, that'll be his first one. So, I mean, first time in the eliteness against Keith Thurman or against Spence, I don't know. I mean, because Benitez shouldn't have went 12 rounds. He just shouldn't have. I mean, other than that, Crawford gets everybody out. He normally gets everybody. He's an intelligent fighter. I've been looking for the next Mayweather, man. I want to see the next Mayweather. I want Earl or Bud to be that, but
Thurman is that.
When are they going to fight? I mean, the whole thing in the nutshell is this. And you said about why hasn't Al sent a offer? Al can't.
Al is their advisor. He cannot send any offers. That's why Deontay Wilder sent the $50 million offer. That's violating the Ali Act. He can't do it. Bob knows that. Everybody knows that. That's why when they do fights in New York, Lou handles the deal. He's a promoter. You got to have a promoter to promote the fight. That's just the bottom line. You cannot do it as an advisor. Arum knows that. Arum has not sent one contract over to PBC. And he does business with PBC all the time. So, I mean, it's just like when Phyllis Diaz fought. They will do business together. So, all that is how old school say, that's poppycock, bruh.
Al don't exist
Hey,
to
Mike,
make the Earl
what?
fight. Al don't exist to make the Earl fight, but he existed when they made the John Molina fight and the Felix Diaz fight.
Oh, so I guess they was dealing with it. I don't even know. But, you know, that's all bullshit. We know it's all bullshit. All we got to do is get them in the same ring, finish it out, see who's the top man, and that's what it is. But Crawford do got the goods. But he does what he's supposed to do with young folks. But I like to see what he's going to do with the elite. I got to see that. That's my call. Smash the like button. Stop shoplifting. There's a lot of keyboard gangsters over there in the chat. Why don't y'all pick up the phone and be a man and say it over the phone instead of texting? That's my call. This is Jay Hardcore. Peace.
Jay, man, thanks for calling in. You the man. We going out to
Man, Jay be coming with that heat, man. Big up to Jay.
We're going out to Javier in Alabama, the mastermind. What it do?
Alabama.
I want Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby. If he doesn't hide, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses.
BoxingVoice.com. Popping. Hey, man, somebody tell Terrence, man, you know what? Just stop calling out multiple people and just focus on one person. If you just choose one person on one of them champions and say, look, I'm going to call this motherfucker out every chance I get. I'm going to call one name consistently. And I'm going to keep saying this name until I get the fight. Then that start a rapport with Showtime if you do get the fight. And after that, then you can work your way around to each champion if you want to. If you feel like you're the best and you can pick off each one, focus on one, get him out the way, and then just keep going from there. Then you got a rapport with him, and we can see what you can do from there. But if you're just gonna keep calling out everybody, I want Thurman, but I might want Errol. But if you don't, I might want some Ugas, even though he got to fight Sean Porter. But Sean Porter ain't nothing. Like, bro, you got to figure out which one you want, bro. Just figure out one of them and go from there, bro. You don't need to keep calling out separate people because then that's separate negotiation. That's separate people, and it just make it harder because then don't nobody know who you really want to smoke with. Like you can't fight all of them on one night. You gotta fight. You gotta pick one, bro. If you pick one, it would be way easier than just saying everybody's name at once. I mean, that's what I got, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think he should focus on one guy because if you focus all your attention, then at least the consistency from writers and from videographers and from websites and fans, everybody's clamoring like, yo, he said this, he said that. Like, you keep going back and forth. It's just like there's this desperation. We want something, anything. And I don't think anything comes from that because we can want all we want and we'll never get it.
Yeah, and with
Kind of like the way Wilder just continues to say, "I only want Fury," kind of
exactly. Yep. Well said. And look, that fight's getting done.
And going with that, everyone on the panel, if Crawford beat all three of the welterweight champions, would you be surprised? No, I would say no. I wouldn't. Would you, Mario?
No, not at all.
So it's not a thing that we don't think Crawford can't do it. We all believe in Crawford. If Crawford was a bum, we wouldn't even be putting this much energy in Crawford.
Exactly. But more callers. Looks like we got Boomerang Status, Noli in the building. My man, your man, NO, who got the show flag this morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
don't throw me that show because you fell in your zone, you hear me? You know what I'm saying?
That's your
But,
fault, man. You supposed to be
on the-
hollering at your man in Memphis out there, Dollar DiBiase, getting you a copyright free intro that we could play with without worry.
I gotta keep it original, you know. This the one Casual means for me, bruh. So, you know, I gotta, that was way back when Casual was doing shit, bruh. That's how long I've been around, you hear me? But, you know, I gotta keep it classic, you know what I'm saying? But, this Crawford situation, bruh. I mean, y'all pretty much said everything that needs to be said on it, you know what I'm saying? It's a war going on. Let me make this shit simple. Because everybody acting like they don't know what's going on. It's a war going on. You got Bob Arum, you got The Zone with Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya. Everybody at war right now. Ain't nobody really giving these fighters to the other promoter unless there's enough money involved. Bob Arum, bro, he not trying to overpay nobody. The only people he gonna overpay, you probably gonna have a country. You gotta have a country behind you or something. Like he giving Amir Khan $5 million to fight Crawford. Ain't nobody, I don't see nobody that was really giving him $5 million like that, bro. But he wouldn't give Danny the money. He gonna give Danny $3 million and give Khan $5. I don't know what kind of numbers he gonna pull from the UK. I don't see Amir Khan bringing more viewership than Danny Garcia. Now I could be wrong. Maybe somebody on the panel could like debate me on that. But I don't see what the difference gonna be to where it's gonna go in Amir Khan's favor for viewership. But you gave him the most money, and that fight happening. If you offer Danny Garcia $5 million, I don't see the fight not happening. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And on another point, he already knew what was gonna happen, man, when he had signed with El Ham. That's just like earlier on the show this morning, y'all said Triple G need to sign with the Zone. That's what most people said. Why did they say that? They said that because most of the middleweights are with the Zone. So if you want to fight all the top guys, you need to go to the Zone. There's a fight with the PBC. You can still make your money, but you won't have the fight. That's the same situation that Crawford and not. He's getting some money, but he don't have a fight. It's simple. Crawford didn't sign what he needed to sign, so he got to deal with what he got to deal with. I'm a boomerang back in.
Yo, you know what's funny about what you said, Anno? Mike wanted Triple G to sign with the Zone this morning, and he still want him to sign with the Zone, but it's cool for Crawford to stay where he at. This nigga is straight bias.
I don't understand that.
And vice versa for you, bro. You wanted Crawford. You wanted Triple G to sign with PBC when the whole stable is over at his own.
Exactly, and this is the second.
So we both have conflicting arguments.
No, we don't.
Yes.
The second time you said that, don't you see that it's different? If Triple G signs to PBC, he got 2-fight deal. Unlike Crawford, that is there forever. He's trapped. Triple G is a 2-fight deal with a pay-per-view upside. It's totally different than $3 million. It's an 8-figure, 2 8 figures in one pay-per-view. Like I can't even believe that I'm even debating this shit with this dude. Like you are just showing, bruh. It's sad, man. You letting people label you. Don't do that. It ain't worth it.
I'm happy, bro. I'm not sad at all. I mean, you be sad. You want to.
You sad what you doing. The stance
I'm not
taking for this blind love is just like
how's the blind love when it's not fucking equal, bro? You
right.
bash a guy for sending over small contracts. Well, send over a bigger contract then.
Well, you just told Triple G.
Why you not bashing?
Why you
the
ain't bashing Terence? You told Triple G to sign with the Zone.
Who's bashing Terence? It's guaranteed money.
What's guaranteed money?
The Zone.
Okay.
That's my premise.
So what you saying? That PBC ain't guaranteed money? You saying Pacquiao ain't just make 10
I'm
million?
saying you don't leave that 42 million on the table. That's what I'm saying.
10 with 20 million upside?
Pacquiao just made like 10 to like 20 million. Yeah. But what I'm saying is,
Mikey ain't.
Are you gonna ask me or are you gonna talk? What are we doing?
I'm gonna talk because you ain't got no facts.
Go ahead.
You ain't got no facts. None.
Opinion.
Pacquiao got 10 million.
My opinion.
To get 10. And we all know that Eddie offered both Mikey and Earl 8. So if Mikey rumored to get 10, I believe it.
There's no way you leave. There's no way you leave $42 million on guaranteed on the table. Period.
Say again.
There is no way you leave $42 million guaranteed money on the table.
Well,
that's why I told to go sign with the zone.
Say that to AJ. Say that to AJ. Say that to AJ, but your argument is not consistent. Bottom line is
How not consistent when
line
you do what's best and you do what's best for you and your financial situation.
Bottom line, you want
same thing I said for Crawford. Same thing I'm saying for Triple G.
You don't want Crawford with the inventory, but you want Triple G with the inventory. We see
the money makes sense for him.
We see who you're trying to protect. We got another boomerang here, man. We going to JD in Texas. We're gonna get away from this protector right here.
JD, motherfucker.
There's a lot of things I like to do, so just try to get on my game. I don't know why they don't call me, but I'm a 54-pounder. But I have a brother that's at 160.
Yo.
What up? What up?
Listen, man, Mike is on point in this conversation. Not only is he on point, I just get surprised on the disrespect that guys like, like Khan get. I've already called in and said this shit, that Khan is a way more competitive fight than, Mikey Garcia and Spence. Let's shit on that fight. Let's continue shitting on that fight. Because for some reason, Crawford, he's making these champions look regular. You know what I mean? He's making these champions look like some fucking contenders, and he's getting criticized for it. For me, that's outrageous. You know what I'm saying? And then, as far as Triple G, right? When Triple G was in this situation, the same situation Crawford's in, they were saying, "Oh, everybody's ducking him." But for some reason, when it's Crawford, his resume is not good enough. No, these dudes are ducking him too. You know what I'm saying? Like, why ain't nobody running to sign that Crawford contract? Why ain't nobody calling Crawford out? You know what I'm saying? I'm not even a Crawford fan, but I just recognize, greatness. I recognize when you got a dude making champions look like fucking bums. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something there. So I got your back, Mike. And I'm a boomerang back in if they talking shit.
Appreciate it, homie, man. Good call, man. Good call. At the end of the day, man, it's all about putting the best product in the ring. And I feel like Terence Crawford is going to be part of that equation. I just want the fights to happen, man, sooner rather than later. I'm not one of these guys that's going to go out there. No, I don't want Terence to fight him. He's too dangerous. No, I want to see Terence in there with the top competition. And you got to do what's best for you in boxing, man. Boxing is a brutal sport. So go get your money. Triple G, $42 million on the table, guaranteed. Don't let that shit walk away. Don't go for a what if a pay-per-view buys. Don't do that. Go for that guaranteed $42 million, and then you can come back for the pay-per-view.
But Mike, you know what's the best thing for a fighter to do? Take the highest reward with the lowest risk. That is the most beneficial thing. And if you say, go get your money, that's exactly what Terence is doing. That's what all these guys are doing.
Well, I think that Terence still, Mike, is in the best position because you can have all these PBC guys knock each other off. And that fight, if Crawford's still there, that's the fight that everybody's going to be talking about.
And you got to understand, if he's going to take that stance, he's going to have to take all the criticism to that point. And sure, if he does beat the guy who allegedly beats everybody, we'll understand that the criticism will be there for him to get the most money. If you get the most money, you're going to get criticized. Like Mayweather will always forever get criticized as much as loved because the stance he took, people will always say he never fought the people in their ideal prime, even though sometimes some fighters get rejuvenated like Sheamus after beating Margarito. But those narratives will always be he didn't fight the person at the time. And that's where the stance is. We want the fighters to fight at the perfect time, which seems now, and it may not be perfect later, for the benefit of them making the most money, which has always been boxing.
Mike know that, man. He just in denial, man. We going to Rhythm and Violence, boomeranging in.
Hey, man, I don't want no caller saving no other man. Don't save him. They don't want to be saved. Stop all this. I'm going to protect Mike type shit. He's the own man, my nigga. What's that bitch shit? But anyway, Mike, let me ask you a question because I'll be asking the UK people when will Wilder ever be an A-side? What numbers you had to get? So I'm going to ask you, what will it take for you to actually say Crawford is ducking? Will he if he signs again with Al Heyman after a couple years of him not fighting?
I would say Crawford is ducking if PBC sent an offer over for Thurman or Spence or Porter, and Crawford didn't take it. I would say ducking, but it got to be more than he's making now, right?
So Bob saying we not interested. Bob saying we not interested in Thurman, Porter, and we only interested in,
like you always say, Ness, make the fucking right offer and the fight can happen, right or wrong.
You understand why?
No, because you just said when they send an offer and he don't accept it, he ain't accept those. His promoter ain't even put those on the table.
When so you have inside information that's saying that that PBC sent over offers.
He said we not interested. Didn't he say we not interested?
That don't stop Al from sending something over anyway.
I never heard that.
You never heard Bob say they not interested in Sean Porter and Keith Thurman.
He's not interested in making offers to them. To them.
So what does that mean?
If he's not going to make an offer to Sean Porter.
He want them in the ring? If he ain't gonna make him an offer, man, you silly, man. Go ahead, R&B.
Yeah, go ahead. If you want them in the ring, why don't PBC make an offer to Bud Crawford? Exactly, bro. Because you know.
Now look, there's two points I got to make. The main reason why Crawford got to come with that bag is because who says with these even fighters on 147 that they don't have such a good fight that we demand for a second fight? And it could be down the line with Crawford looking out for years and years and years. Then what are you going to do? And another thing, you need to know Bob Arum is a full liar because Federos came out a while ago, and I'll put in the group chat and all that stuff here. Federos saying that Bob Arum wanted the Pacquiao fight. He begged for the Pacquiao fight, and Roach did not want him to fight Crawford. So no, he was not protecting Pacquiao. He's lying. So you gotta put a Bob Arum on the true perspective. So you take that out your argument. But man, my man, brother, Terence Crawford got to come to PBC. If he don't come to PBC, then he just ducking. I'm sorry, man. The cream is on one side. You gotta go to the cream. You gotta leave the dude. The only way Mayweather became great is when he left Bob Arum. So come on, man, dare to be great.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And there's always this analogy with Mayweather. I don't think anyone here right now has a true A side in 147. Mayweather went through every competition. He was like avoided. He was the scary guy. Nobody wanted to fight him to a degree. He fought himself to the point where he became the A side. He went through the trenches, wanted to fight everyone for whatever it took. And then when he finally became the A side, he either wanted to become the same guy and fight everybody, or say, I'm the A side. Now you guys are going to have to play the game that I played. Crawford can't traditionally play that game because you have to go through this quote unquote, like be pretty boy Floyd Mayweather, go through all the era, beating all those guys, be the phenomenal guy, to be undeniably that guy. And then when you become the guy, that's when you can call the shots. He's not no one's in that position.
I don't think it was that. I mean, he beat De La Hoya and he definitely surrendered there, but I don't think he went the hard. Wait, what did you say?
Nope. So people weren't ducking Floyd back then.
I don't think people were ducking Floyd. I don't remember that.
Mosley didn't want to fight him. Oscar didn't want to fight him. They didn't want to fight Floyd.
Yeah, but you got to remember that Floyd wasn't on that market, though. It wasn't like they were getting big money to fight him. Like, he wasn't what he represented after De La Hoya. Like, if he was what he represented after De La Hoya and people didn't want to fight him, that's something else. But to say that I don't want to fight because the reward isn't worth the risk isn't necessarily ducking. I mean, people can turn around and say that Floyd didn't fight a lot of those guys either. A lot of guys either back when he was pretty boy.
No, but here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. He submitted to Arturo Gatti. Floyd Mayweather had a club scenario where he was in a situation where he was in some sort of domestic case or some problematic issue. Look it up on YouTube. You can watch it. He was in this situation where Arturo Gatti had him by the balls. Pretty much he said, look, can we move the date later because I have a court case? Arturo Gatti said, you either take the date or I can find someone else because I'm the A side. Deal with it, Floyd, because I can sell New Jersey, Atlantic City for whoever I want.
You said Arturo Gatti was the A side in that fight?
He was the A side because, listen, that was Floyd Mayweather's first pay-per-view. Arturo Gatti could have sold out Atlantic City with anybody. He was this gladiator fighter on HBO. People praised and loved. He would have sold regardless whoever he fought. Mayweather pleaded a no contest in that court case so he can get the fight. That's why he wanted to punish him so bad in Atlantic City. He took the no contest plea in his domestic situation, went over to Arturo Gatti, beat him on his first pay-per-view. Fantastic performance. And that's what started the whole entire Floyd Mayweather pay-per-view led up to Oscar De La Hoya. I'm telling you, that is the truth. Floyd Mayweather.
I mean, look,
in desperation,
that was Floyd's night.
He was
that was Floyd's night.
He was crying in the ring, Mario.
That was Floyd's night. That was his chance. It could have been anyone else there in that fight. Like, nobody says, oh shit, one of Floyd's toughest fights was Arturo Gatti. It could have been anybody else. It didn't really matter. I'm not gonna say that you're wrong about the domestic violence stuff. I remember something about that. I don't remember.
Matter. That's like the AJ and Wilder fight and him taking the 12 or $15 million flat and winning. What you gonna say then? That no one thought AJ would win and Wilder didn't really concede. No, he conceded. There was still a clear A side and a clear B side.
He asked to move the dates, and Arturo Gatti even said, like, whatever, I can don't take it. He said it. Arturo Gatti said, if you don't take it, I'll get somebody else. He said, whatever. Yeah, I'm the one that's making this happen.
Of course, Mario's a Floyd hater.
He could have taken. That's not me hating. I'm saying that he was the A side in that fight. He could have taken somebody else if he wanted. Just because he wanted Gotti doesn't make Gotti the A side.
Floyd was not.
He wanted to do a pay-per-view, Mario. But anyway, call us.
Yeah, that's true.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
Yo, TBV, what up?
What up?
Enjoying another podcast, man. Mike, man, I love you for that, man. You know, every other host, when somebody starts talking about their favorite fighter, man, they done after that. You keep coming back, man.
Mike left, got my man. Love. Mike left.
I love Arum.
Mike left, man.
What? He'll be back.
Bro, nigga, Mike ain't never gone, homie. Don't listen to next Mike always here. Mike always listening. Mike ain't never gone nowhere, homie. Keep it going. Keep it going, homie. Hey, let's be quiet, bro.
Don't lie.
You know, I know, Mike, because they've been trying to fault you since day one, and you ain't been going. So, if nothing else, for that alone, you got my respect, man. Second off, it take two to make a fight. Last I checked. And Keith talking about Manny and Sean talking about mandatories and Arrow for the fight Mikey. So that can't all fall on Terence or Bob Arum right there. You know what I'm saying? First off, I am a Terence Crawford fan, so I'm gonna go and defend him on that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm tired of that whole talk like it's just Crawford, man. PBC got this whole roster of fighters, and they ain't trying to let one go to fight besides the no names or the lower tier fighters, man. To the point that he got to fight Amir Khan, and now we mad because he fighting Amir Khan. What kind of bullshit is that, man? You can't have your cake and eat it too, and then want some pound on top of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The man got to fight with Collazo. Collazo ain't want that work. You know what I'm saying? So he started calling out other people. Arrow tied up, even though he is own promoter. Arrow couldn't make the fight with Crawford. You know what I'm saying? So we can't put all that shit off on Crawford, man. We need to stop with that. Unfortunately, as always, I'm at work on the flagship day. So as I always say, please make sure that you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. Appreciate that, fellas. I'm going to go back and listen. And Mike, don't take that shit off them, man. TVV for life.
Man, get your protecting ass out of here. Protecting Mike and shit. Man, get out of here.
Mike got tough skin anyways, man. That's why he's here.
Mike over there crying in the back, man. Y'all just can't. That's why he ain't got no lights, bro. Y'all out there crying, man. Crying and shit.
And for everyone who wants to just go back, do history, YouTube Countdown Mayweather Gotti. HBO had great specials back then. Go look that up.
Where is Mike? Oh, he's in Dallas, right? That's right.
Yo, did we go to Marcus in DC?
Yeah, we did.
All right. So
that's when Mike thought it was R&V talking.
Oh, yeah. So we got Noah, Cali.
Father.
What up?
What's good with it? Hold on a second. Right back. All right. First of all, Ness, man, like, you smoking crack. You tripping, bro. That Peterson fight, bro, like, that was some crazy shit. The ref was crazy. Peterson was intentionally crowding him, holding him, grabbing him, making it ugly, elbowing him, just making it a hard fight for Khan.
Yo, catch us on Patreon for the film study, bro. You need to rewatch that fight.
I don't need to rewatch shit. You're hating. But anyway, Mike, you tripping. That's a fact. His resume is suspect. Maybe it ain't his fault. You feel me? Just like Deontay Wilder, man. It ain't his fault. Like, I don't care who he fought before he became champion. After he became champion, now you got to start seeing some people. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? It ain't his fault. He in the W. What the fuck he got? The W. What the fuck do he got? He got the IBO, the WBO. What he got? He got one of those.
Got WBO.
Who has the what the fuck did Terence got?
The WBO at 147.
Yeah.
The top ranked belt.
Who in that line? Who all for real? Who in that line? Hey, wait, hold up. One more thing real quick. Hey, Mario, you how old are you, bro?
I am 32.
All right, cool. You don't remember Gennady Ward? Did you watch those fights live?
Yeah, I remember Gennady Ward.
All right, now do you remember like what a fucking star tour Gennady was? Like, for real?
Yeah, definitely. He definitely was.
All right, yeah. Mayweather wasn't shit. He was the B-side for show. Like for show. They was like, well, if you don't want to, don't do it. You know what I mean? I remember that. We was in New York.
Okay.
So
yeah, I guess I just didn't remember it as well as I thought I did.
We all knew he was gonna whoop his ass. We knew that. We knew that. Like, but he was flexing on Mayweather. Cause like, if you go back and watch that, he was flexing on him. So, you know what I mean? Like, for sure, that's what kind of was the beginning of it.
That was the beginning.
I'm gonna show Mario. I'm gonna teach Mario because I was a kid when I saw that fight. So I'm younger than him. I'm gonna show him though. Because
I do remember, and I'm glad that you put it that way too, because it was like I do remember him being a big star, and it was off those wins. So thinking back on it now, like, yeah, he definitely could have been the A side. I just don't remember it as well. I mean, I saw that fight. I remember at a strip club. Like people were so into Floyd, they were like, Floyd's gonna win, taking bets and shit.
Like A side, B side shit back then. We weren't like
that's true. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
It wasn't like
Floyd
that.
Started that.
But well, he just started showing us behind the curtain how it's been going. It's been going like that. But we didn't know that.
Nah, he took A side to the next level.
And
he did.
We knew
that's a good point.
So that's why you felt like it was
to the next level, and he made everybody else want to be the A side so they could do the same thing that Floyd was doing to them. That's why Cotto did it to Martinez. That's why Canelo did it to Triple G, because Floyd did it to them. Floyd,
see,
like
I think more what I'm trying to say too is that was like his showcase fight. Like that was his moment to kind of launch his stardom into the pay-per-view realm. But I definitely can rock with the fact that Gotti had more clout at the negotiation table because people knew him more. People knew him more, and he had more fights that people watched.
Drive by.
Wale, talk to me.
Yo, TBV. I'll just keep it short and simple, man. This year, in order for us to see some of these good fights, we have to put pressure on these fighters, man, and let them know that we're not going to be watching bullshit fights. So that means we have to take our prejudice and all that fucking PVC, whatever, this guy, that guy, to the side. For me, Terence Crawford, I think he's a star, man, and I just want to see him fight all these guys. I don't understand why fucking Spence get a pass when he's the best person he's fought on there is the guy you take the piss out of every time, Kell Brook. So why are people not putting pressure on him the same way they're putting pressure on Terence? Yeah, Terence let's be honest, he made a mistake by joining the other side or whatever when most of the guys are over here. But why are you not putting the same pressure when you're saying AJ, he's not making a fair deal? He needs to make Wilder a good offer. The same way you've got 3 or 4 champions and none of them have got balls to say, yo, fuck it, we'll take this guy out. Do you know what I mean? So we have to keep up the same energy, man. Regardless of what side you're on,
Preach.
Yeah, he should be on that side. Do you know what I mean? He should be on that side.
Wale, we do have the same energy. You got to understand that Crawford is Wilder in this situation.
90 seconds.
Get your shit together,
Yeah,
man.
he is Wilder in the situation.
Crawford has to send offers, not the other.
Whoa. If Crawford's Wilder, then AJ send over the offers, right?
No, that's contradicting what you said, Mike.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No,
Now you
not
gonna
even.
throw Wally on his drive-by call? Yo, that's fucked up, man. Wally, this dude don't
Damn.
look,
Oh, Wally sounded heartbroken. He's like, come on.
man.
I won't deny you.
Dollar DiBiase production. 60 seconds.
Hail Mary, run quick, see what we have here now.
So y'all be letting this off the second hook.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
What's up, Boxing Voice?
What up? Alex Lemon in the house.
Hey, you know I had to get in on this call, man.
Oh, yeah, you got to defend Top Rank. I forgot.
Hey, man. Okay, number one, before I get into it, because I know I'm on drive-by, I get crow for Thurman. You know that. I went against Thurman. And so I'm going to get crow for that. And then also, you was right, Ness.
10 seconds.
I'm going to eat that every time because I'm going against Thurman every time. But and you was right. Matt was the one that was going hard on Felix Diaz, saying Felix Diaz was the truth and that he was going to beat Crawford, and Crawford destroyed that guy. And like Crawford has done against everyone he's fought. I mean, his 140 division resumes, it can't be touched. With all the names he fought, the different type of fighters he fought, every fight he steps up to the next level. And he shows us boxing fans another level. Like, wow, I didn't know Crawford could do that. Crawford does it every time, and that's why he passes my eye test for the pound for pound, right? So that's why I give him nothing but respect, and that's why I think you guys are going hard on him because of the welterweight division, his resume. Of course, he just started. He already has a title. He only has Horn and Benavidez, and now Khan. Khan's going to be a good name for him to beat because of Khan's resume. Who's he beat? So hopefully, you know, saying that'll help us. Or help, I should say.
Cut it. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Pedro Justice.
And that right there, why you get labeled as a hater.
Hey, what's going on? It's Pedro Justice.
What up?
What up?
IMO Sports, how you doing, baby?
IMO Sports doing good. I just want to know, what are we really arguing about with Terence Crawford? That he hasn't fought anyone yet at welterweight? That his resume in the past is suspect, or that we're afraid that he's going to not fight anybody in the next 2 years just because he's on top of it?
All of the above.
All the above. All the above.
Every single one of them.
All
Who
the
thinks that he's
above.
not going to fight anybody in the next 2 years?
In the next two?
We're
I
hoping.
mean, it's evident, right? I mean,
My hand is raised
go
up.
ahead, Ness. Go ahead.
Why important in the next 2 years?
If Terence Crawford does not fight anybody important in the next 2 years, then he is definitely not who we think he is. I'm gonna go on record to say that. But who else can he fight?
But IMO Sports, this is the issue. We got clowns and sheep that are trying to say Amir Khan is somebody. So the definition of fight somebody in 2 years needs to be set clear in stone so that no other clowns and sheep could come in with a Luis Collazo win in the next 12 months and say, oh, he fought Luis Collazo. That's somebody.
Okay, for me, somebody is at least number 1 to 3 in with a certain governing body.
Nah, fuck out of here. That ain't somebody for me because he could fight WBO dudes all day and knock those tin cans over.
We want top three in the division.
Champion. One's like a champion, second person.
Yeah, but that's not what you said. What you said was to you is who's top 10 in a specific sanctioning body.
No. Not the top 10, top 2.
But it doesn't matter because sanctioning bodies are bad.
Sanctioning body got fucking Machine Green up there. We don't even know that dude.
In the next 2 years, he has to fight a champion. Otherwise, then he's definitely duck.
I told you he gonna fight that Jamaican. What's his name? Mike, you know him. Cut it. Mike, what's his name? Tobias Minge. Mike, why you acting like that, man? Don't act like you.
I don't know no fucking Jamaican. All right.
He got mad as shit.
What's the IBO champ name that y'all gonna unify with, man? Come on, bro.
Champion?
Don't act like Terrence don't be going after motherfucking Ndongo IBF belt. I'm IBO belt. Come on, bro. Help me out. Nah, he mad and shit.
I'm giving Mike the benefit.
That's fucked up.
Y'all wonder why the next Gillespie is a hater and all this kind of shit, bro. This shit right here, bro. He think this shit funny, man. He think he's slick and shit. IBO champ for real. IBO champ, you gonna unify with him.
Yo, he did it with Ndongo. Yo, he did it with him.
Ndongo had the IBF and the I believe the IBF and the WBA. I believe.
Who had the IBO? Because Crawford had everything.
Ndongo had he took it from Travasky.
Yeah, Ndongo had an IBO belt.
Ndongo went out to Russia, knocked out Edwin Travasky, and became the IBO champ. Now Mike don't want to respect IBO.
Bro, hold on, no.
I thought it was an interim IBO.
No,
AJ the IBO champ. Gennady champ, bro. Like, don't disrespect.
He went there and got the WBA, and then he beat Ricky Burns or somebody else for that IBF.
What?
Yeah,
Ndongo got
Ndongo
from Travasky, man.
No, he got a WBA from Travasky too.
And the IBO, man.
Okay, but say the nigga WBA too. Don't you say he fought for the fucking IBO?
I don't know about the WBA, but I respect the IBO more than the WBA anyway.
Mike, you can find pictures with Ndongo holding an IBO belt on his shoulder. What are you talking about?
That's not the only belt that he had, though.
I'm not saying, but he got it from.
He had an IBF, a WBA, and an IBO.
Yo, listen, Ndongo was the World Boxing Organization Africa Super Lightweight title, babe. He was a WBO Super Africa Lightweight title. Then he fought Edward Tronowski, who had the IBF, International Boxing Federation World Super Lightweight title, and the International Boxing Organization, which is the IBO.
Bro, just Google his pictures. Like, anyone who said he didn't have it in the chat, you get in crow.
I'm not saying that he did, but don't exclude the IBF, bro. You saying IBO?
Mike, you know what he's trying to do. Like,
I know what he's trying to do, bro. But hold on, Mario. He gets so mad at me, like when I leave out details, like when I said Abner Morris pulled out. Nigga, say he was injured. Nigga, say he was injured.
He did.
Mike, it's your job to do the same thing back.
Yeah, you gotta kill Ness.
You ain't good. And your man won an IBO title, and he about to do it again, and there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, I was schooling Ness about the Lomachenko and Richard Commey. I didn't let go at all. So Richard Commey, Isa, Lomachenko says he'll fight both of them in the same day. You just gotta press on him, man.
Don't be scared.
Press on this man. You know Ness is gonna play these games, man.
I'm buying time to get back on BoxRec and find my man.
Yeah, look at he's strategically talking.
He's looking, bro. I know, bro. You know what he's doing over there, bro. That's the hate coming out of him.
Don't let Nescafe get you, bro.
Yo, hey, go to chant, bro. I'm posting this right here. Screen share. Terrence going unify right here. Here you go. IBO champ.
Don't let Nescafe do this.
Oh my god, damn.
That's so man. I don't know shit about that guy, man.
What?
No one does.
Yo, look, he violent roll.
He number one in
Yo, watch him come over and just beat everybody's ass, and he never come on the show.
Hey, well, nigga, he 12 in the world though. So hey,
yeah, he good. He got that IBO belt. That's what I'm saying. That's a good unification for Terrence. A little bit of
Hey man, we got a couple. But for real though, we got a couple of boomerangs waiting. We got Javi. We got IMO Sports.
He don't want no more of that hot sauce he be asking questions about. Murder him. We going to who you
Javier. Javier first.
Javi, talk to me.
Drive by.
Javi.
I ain't even asking no boomerang. What the fuck?
Oh, all right. We come.
My bad. IMO Sports.
Jid, talk to me.
Yeah, man. I'm just thinking about that Terence Crawford situation. Like, why the fuck would you sign with somebody if all the other fighters over there? You know, I was thinking more like that nigga was chasing that Pacquiao fight, and that shit ain't work out. Now he's stuck in the dead spot, you know. I'm like, Tim Bradley, I remember when he beat Pacquiao, he went and re-signed back with Top Rank instead of trying to get a Floyd fight and shit. So I feel like that Top Rank stuff, they promised those niggas dreams. That shit, you know, they get them started, but you get to a certain point, you got to go out on your own. Look at Mikey Garcia. He got the pay-per-view right now with Spence, and that's what Crawford won. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, that's a duck move, man, but that's all I got.
Yeah, man, they talking
Nigga,
about
you a duck.
hater.
Get him, Mike. Get him, Mike.
Hater. Yo, they talking about, yo, Al whack, but he got Mikey that fight everybody want. He got Mikey that pay-per-view ski.
Damn, Adrian Broner, after all those losses, was still able to get a Pacquiao pay-per-view fight.
And do 400,000. Allen can, but Crawford seen it another way. Somebody in his ear. I'm telling somebody.
That's called being taken care of. I don't.
Loyalty,
that's the
baby,
best
loyalty.
example of being taken.
You know that's taken care of. That's super taken care of, bro. Like I never in my life thought Pacquiao would fight Broner. I mean, we've said it, we flaunted the idea because it was always realistic, but because of Broner's consistent losses, like they were able to just do that like it didn't even matter. Like he didn't even lose. It was crazy. It was crazy.
And Javi lost $500 off that too.
I know, poor Javi, man. I feel so bad for Javi, man. I feel so bad.
I mean, 450, bro. 450. Don't put 500 out there.
I bet you'll
450.
boomerang back in now.
Let me go. I got somebody we gotta get to. Alumni caller, man. My man, your man, everybody, man. Been here for a minute. I'm buying time as I look for this. Compa, what up, baby?
Yo, what's up, Boxing Boys? What up, everybody? Hey, you guys gotta stop coming at Mike, man. But look, check it out. You know, everybody wants to talk shit about Broner, like he hasn't fought anybody. But if Broner would have fought the same opponents that Crawford fought, bro, he would be undefeated still too, man. Yes! And then, bro.
Get that soft shit out of here, nigga.
Hey, bro. Mike, you're casual, homie. You don't really know, but it's all good, man. That's why we're
I
here.
know more than you. What's up? You want to have a motherfucking pop quiz?
At least Broner
you want to have a pop quiz, homie?
Yo, you triggered him. You triggered him, Compa. He triggered.
Bro, hey, and Josecito Lopez, man, he would have gave anybody a tough fight. Salute to Keith Thurman for coming back against a tough-ass opponent, the motherfucking Riverside Rocky. Come on, man. Mikey Garcia. Who do you guys got, Mikey or Khan? Riverside Rocky or Khan? Come on, man. Hey, and then look, remember when fucking Floyd snatched that WBO title from Pacquiao? Bob Arum had to go take that shit away from him. I think because, you know, Floyd didn't want to pay no sanctioning fees. He said, man, fuck this belt. And then, you know, come on, man. And then look, fucking, what else? Man, I got so much shit to say. Because I'm a real fan, man. We've been going back and forth.
Talk about that Gotti and Mayweather. Who was the A side, B side?
You know, we know what's up with the politics, man. But what else?
Now,
Gotti Mayweather.
Mike Brainwash.
What else? Hey, and then too, PBC on Fox, man. Woo, that shit's it's already a monster, bro. Look at the last 3 cards we've had on Fox. I mean, Triple G obviously go for the guaranteed money, but bro, Fox is gonna be, bro. He should wait for like Fox pay-per-view to see the numbers. But come on, man, you don't think they're gonna show fucking Spence Garcia commercials during the Super Bowl? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, wait, what channel's the Super Bowl?
He's on fire right now, dude.
I want to see Charlo versus GGG. Come on, man. I mean, the Canelo fight, yeah, it's cool, but I don't really want to see a third fight. If it happens, all right, cool. That's cool. But, hey, I want to see him fight Charlo, man. They say Charlo's a bum. He has to fight.
Hey,
Yo,
that was a good call.
That was a hell of a
They got to go in their pockets, though, man. The Super Bowl.
He mesmerized. I forgot.
Yo, let me get a vote in for Call of the Year right now.
Though.
He made a good point.
Damn.
Yeah, he made a good point the other day, too, about how he was just flipping through the channels. Oh, no, I think that was Joseph. But, yeah, he's right, though. Fox on fire.
Super Bowl is on CBS, by the way.
Shout out to Compa who was with us at Border Wars in LA. He was there at the house. We was in the B&B in Orange County. That's another thing. Border Wars attendees, Border Wars people that sign up, you know, we normally get a B&B together. You know, we do keep the fighters separate. You know, might be 2 B&Bs like last time. Canadians had one. American has another. But shout out to Compa. Always been a long-time listener. Always on the Instagram. You the man, fam. You the man. Going out to Jay Hardcore in Washington, D.C. What it do?
Yo, I had to get back, man, because Ron, boy, you ignited me with that Mayweather Gotti. I was at that fight, man.
What, for real?
I said Mayweather Gotti, didn't I?
Yeah, you said Mayweather Gotti. I thought you were...
That was on the 5th. Yeah, that was a great fight, man. And when you took me back just now, I'm like, damn, man, it's good to see a youngster that knows his shit, man. That's so impressive, man, because that was Mayweather's first pay-per-view event, and he was the B-side in that particular fight. I mean, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to keep it real with you. Mayweather showed me the difference between what a A fighter against a C-plus fighter is. Because on the East Coast, Gotti was that dude, yo. I mean, I went to the Ward Gotti fights, everything. I've been to all that stuff. And I'm going to tell you, man, we was like, shit. Gotti was a goddamn warrior. And Mayweather, we knew he was a technician, so we thought it was going to be, you know, at least a 50-50 fight. Man, Mayweather came in there, man, and smashed shit out of Gotti. I mean, you can hear the punches. Riddick Bowe was sitting right beside me when I was watching that fight. And him and Gotti is best friends, man. And he was so sad about the fight. It was fucking crazy, man. Because nobody thought that Mayweather would smash him like that. And Mayweather kept saying, hey, I'm the A side. I'm going to show you the difference between an A and a C fighter, man. And shit, he showed me exactly what that was. And I was like, God damn, it's levels to this shit. That's my call, Ron. I appreciate you.
I don't remember it being a good fight, though. Like, I mean, I could be wrong that it was a good fight live.
That was the best Mayweather performance next to Corrales.
No. I'm not saying it wasn't a good performance. I'm saying that I don't remember the fight being like, it wasn't competitive at all. Like, it was just a showcase.
It wasn't meant to be a
showcase. I didn't have fun watching it.
No, listen, Mario, listen to yourself. Well, a showcase is when the person's first name is first and then the showcase fighter second. It said Gotti versus Mayweather.
But you're not hearing me. I'm not talking about A side, B side. I'm talking about a fighter who was in there and was being put in there with his name higher than his ability to compete. Like, I'm not saying that I thought it was going to be a showcase. I'm just saying.
For Mike, we got a chat from Mike. Paul Squibb says, Super African lineal champ would be hard as nails. I expect.
Oh, that's so fucked up, yo. Watch that guy be fucking dope. And
look, I'll tell you this right now.
Fucking
Mario,
diss us.
I'm gonna get that dude on the show. I'm gonna find Tobias.
No way. There's no way.
That's how you pronounce his name. No, it's not. Damn, that is totally not. His name is
Jeffrey.
His name is Tulani. No, Tulani.
Tulani.
Tulani
That's
Binge.
right.
I bet you don't even pronounce the M. It's Tulani Binge. Let's see what Jeffrey says. Tulani Binge. No draws or nothing, Mike.
Tulani Binge.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Damn, that's the first time you ever knocked one out the park.
I know. All his fights are in the Emperor's Palace. So, you know, he's big shit. He's fighting at the palace, Mike.
You don't even know what kind of palace that is.
I'm saying, I mean, if an emperor is paying to have a fucking championship world-class fight, look, this guy beat Diego Chavez by knockout. I mean, he's no pushover.
Wow, really?
Yeah, in his 13th fight, he knocked out Diego Chavez.
You said fifth. I thought you were about to say fifth. I was like, wow.
He's only 15-0. This dude he's taking the Lomachenko ride. He's already a champion at 15-0.
How many knockouts he got?
He's got 12, bro. He's got that fucking power.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, man. 12 knockouts, 15 fights. Already the IBO champion. Already has Diego Chavez on his resume. Already has the puppet. Miguel Vasquez, he also knocked out Miguel Vasquez. You know how hard that is to do. I mean, the dude is legit. It's not like he's a pushover. If Crawford gets him now, I'll say Crawford's cherry picking because he's taking him too soon. The dude needs a little bit more seasoning, but to have 15 fights and already have knocked off Diego Chavez by knockout and Miguel Puppet Cruz by knockout. I mean, Miguel Puppet, I mean, come on.
Yo, OTKP says they don't even have his age on BoxRec. Is that true?
No, he's born in the age that isn't on BoxRec. He's African, yo. Tolani looks young, though. Tolani looks young. Look at his face. Come on, bro. He's got that nice smile. He ain't lying about his age.
Hey, man, they don't age, though, man.
Bro, he's number 12 in the world, number 1 in, Eastern Cape, South Africa, So he's doing his thing, bro. I mean, look, number 12 in the world. Who's in front of Tolani? Who gonna get him before Crawford? Amir's right there. Amir's at 11. He should have took Tolani. He would have fucking... Bro, yo, no wonder Amir Khan isn't scheduled on BoxRec game. Maybe they're gonna pull out and do the Tolani unification. That'll be bigger. Give him some leverage. I swear. Let's go to JD in Texas. JD, Tolani and Crawford. What you think? Unification.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about all that. I got a question. Why, when Jeff Horn had the WBO, every welterweight was coming, like they was crawling out of the woodwork
because they knew he was sweet. They knew he was sweet. They knew what all the hardcores knew. They knew that he was a fucking one.
Hold on. You ain't letting me finish my question.
Man,
Let me finish my
I'm
question,
finishing
B.
it. I'm finishing it, B.
You know where I'm going with this. And as soon as Terence Crawford get his hands on that belt, not a fucking peep. Nobody calling him out.
Let me tell you the difference.
Can my nigga get his call off, nigga? God damn.
Why did Terence Crawford want Jeff Horn out of everyone?
Let me tell you the difference, you fucking casual. You supposed to have been a fighter.
And Ron G, you fucking know better. You know, as the being WBO champion at 140, as soon as you move up, you get a title shot at 147. Come on, Ron.
Look, you got this casual ass Mike jumping up.
Come on, Ron.
Cheerleader thinking
of
you
course.
did something. You ain't do nothing. You ain't do nothing.
King. Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna tell you what's the real truth. Jeff Horn is with Duco Events that at the time wasn't tied to anyone.
Oh my God.
All he had, let me finish, and you as a fighter, don't you lie. Don't you fucking lie. All he had to Bob was options, okay? He did not have any promotional agreement with Bob. So when he won the title, yes, everyone could call him out, because guess what? Yes, everyone could entice him to come to their network. But once he went back to Bob and had options with Bob, he was off the table, just like that belt is off the table.
Fighters don't give a fuck about all that.
Man, stop.
They don't
lying,
give a fuck
man.
about the network.
All right,
Fighters ain't caring about
okay,
that
JD.
bullshit. They
Okay,
want that
JD.
belt.
JD, okay. Since you want to lie, I'm gonna keep murdering you, and then fucking this guy could drink your blood, okay? Because who's calling out Oscar Valdez? Nobody, because they know what the fuck the deal is. But who's calling out Gilberto Ramirez? Go ahead. Nobody, because they know what the fuck the deal is. Get your ass out of here, man. We out, man. Fuck out of here, you bums. Get your shit together. Bums. That's what you are. Bums. That's what you are. Fuck out of here. Come on, it's not the same.
And that whole Jeff Horn thing, everyone wanted Jeff Horn, but no one wanted to fight each other. And nothing's changed from that point, allegedly.
You're right.
Let me tell you who else Jeff Horn. Is the same scenario as Joseph Parker. Wilder was calling out Parker because the deal could be done, because Parker was basically a free agent. You know, basically a dude with a promoter that is willing to negotiate. The minute Parker went with AJ and Eddie Hearn, Eddie had options on Joseph. The next 2 fights have been shown on Matchroom. So you can't deal with them. Like, what y'all want, man? Y'all got to learn how this business works, man.
Yeah, boxing's like 80% business, 20%, well, 10% boxing and 10% bitching. So you got all this business away, some bitching.
We got a super
fighting,
chat from Rhythm and Violence. Ness, make this Bud versus IBO happen. And I super chat $100.
Yo, I'm telling you that IBO, yo, he should go
God,
for that.
bro.
He should go for that for some leverage, bro. I know. Did we go to you twice?
come
Player?
on,
You know I ain't never trying to play.
Yeah, he did.
out.
You did. You went to him twice.
Good. So yeah,
Man,
man.
look here, man.
Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Sign up the Border Wars. You want to see me knock you the fuck out. Mike is straight up Crawford cheerleader. I want to see the unification between the WBO champ and the IBO champ. Thulani Minge versus Terence Crawford. That's a big fight, and I like it. He's number 12 on BoxRec. He's right underneath Amir Khan. I don't even know who the fuck is Kuraladio Abdul Karabarov. I don't even see what I'm saying. So it's better to fight Thulani Minge. He got that belt.
I'm your
Real
co-host
quick,
Mario
man.
Munguia. I'm your co-host Mario Munguia at Mario Munguia on Instagram and Twitter. And I just want to say thank you to Samuel Vargas who came on the show tonight. And go back and check out the morning show and our earlier debate on Golovkin.
Doggy, Samuel Vargas is ranked 35, where Thulani is number 12. Hey, yo, if Thurman should get it then. Thurman need the IBO. Hey, RV, let's get Thurman in his second tune-up right there, baby. He gonna unify.
Yep, till you get knocked out. Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And let it not be mistaken. Ness is trying to keep Crawford from Thurman. That's why he's throwing out this IBO shit. That's why he's throwing out all this bullshit. He don't want Crawford to fight Thurman because he knows once they get in the ring, one time will be no time.
Promoter say they're
Simple
not.
as that.
Didn't your promoter say?
Nigga, tell your promoter to send an offer over.
Okay then.
It's a good enough offer, man. Take it.
Okay then.
Ron G, man, it's on you.
And look, this is me, Ron, and I love arguing about every side. I tried a little bit to defend Crawford by going that resume, but it was damn near hard. But with that being said, history repeats itself. If you guys truly don't know the Mayweather Gotti scenario, please go over to YouTube, hit the countdown. I'm over here, like, hit the countdown. Type in countdown to Gotti and Mayweather. Learn a little bit. History is very important to help you understand the future. So do your research. But in addition to that, it's just another saga of Crawford, Spence, PBC, whatever. We want the fight. Fuck it. I don't care who wins. We want the fight. That's what we're pushing. So we got to fight Saturday, ESPN Plus, Kovalev, Elider, Alvarez. Check that out. Also go to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice, and we got Border Wars coming up. Okay, we got Mario, Ness. I think it was Danny joining in. Like, it's all these panelists fighting, man. Like, think about that. All these guys are talking shit on here, but they're also going to get in the ring, and you get to watch them fight each other. Like, how fucking funny is that? So,
Hey man, name another podcast where they all step up.
Just like the AJ call we leaked today, man. It's like these dudes trying to give me 2 weeks off so that they could catch me not training. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and be the announcer since nobody want to actually fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not fair to you at this point. I think. I mean, the cutoff's coming up. I think maybe if somebody stepped up like right now, that would be cool.
That's what I want.
But if we're gonna wait like another 2 weeks, that shit ain't fair.
I want Mike to step up so I can punch him in the face.
I know Mike would.
Mike walking around.
My nigga Ness knows, bro. If I wish I would have met your ass about 3 years ago, nigga. I would have beat your ass, homie. Real
Mike
shit.
always say that.
Nigga, I seen you in the ring, my nigga. All right, bro.
Fuck.
People
He's
don't
going
realize,
there with
bro.
it.
I am ultra competitive.
Let me ask you something. Has Terence Crawford ever had a bad performance?
Hey, go read the super chats while Mike's thinking about Gamboa.
Mike went solid.
I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking.
Mike got
like,
stuck on that lady, but
since I've seen him fight, I wouldn't say he had a bad performance. I say he probably got caught once or twice, but not a bad performance.
I
can rock with that.
RMV said all these captains save a Mike. Stop it. Ness,
goddamn right.
The IBO happened in our super chat 100. That's all the super chats. So you saying he never had a bad performance?
I would say no.
Has Floyd ever had a bad performance?
Of course.
Has Maydown ever had
I don't know. I mean, Money Floyd or Pretty Boy?
Floyd in general. Don't even think that hard, Mario. Floyd
Are fighters entitled to a bad performance?
Absolutely.
All right.
For sure.
So Mike, have you watched both of my fights? in all of my sparring? Or are you
this nigga right here said
he did all of that. He did all of that to bring it back on himself.
Terence Crawford. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Mike, or are you judging me off my last fight?
He did all of that to bring it back.
And that's what
I'm judging you off you saying you should slap niggas back in the day.
That's what I want.
I'm judging you off you saying I'm judging can I speak? I'm judging you off you saying you should slap niggas back in the day. And I would wish a nigga slap me. Like I was walking around, I would hope a nigga slap me because we finna squab every time I see
like
you.
Larry,
every time I see you, nigga, we fight.
This is a Floyd Larry Merchant moment.
All the fight out of you, I'd have smacked all the fight out of you.
Nigga, and bruh, I would look at you like, nigga, this nigga just slapped me.
This is a Larry Merchant Floyd Mayweather moment.
I don't know where you from, where slapping grown men is cool, but I'm not from there.
With the whole "this is rock," you smell what I'm cooking, fucking smack. No light goes through their head. I'm telling you, look, it happened to me. Hey, yo, I'm keeping it. I ain't start smacking niggas in the face.
He said it happened to me.
1999, this grown man smacked the shit out of me. And
he remembers the date.
Fighting, and I couldn't lay a hand on him. I couldn't lay not one hand on him. Camaro, it was like an IROC T-top. That shit got body because I couldn't touch him.
That was the best story.
I grabbed 2 bottles, bust them shits, and still couldn't get it to him. He was just nasty with it. He was nasty. One of them dudes just
slapping the shit out of you.
That was the same year.
Let me ask you a question, Ness. Have you ever slapped a nigga?
Leave it to Mike. I'm just a bum. That's why I can't touch him.
Have you ever slapped a nigga and missed?
Hell no.
Okay, I'm just checking. Just checking.
Oh, I'm telling you, and when you smack them, it's the best.
Oh, bro, I've seen it.
Yo, right now, Justin is listening to this show, like about to smack a fucking 12-year-old.
I've seen grown men get smacked and be like,
"What the fuck?
What just happened to me, man?"
And they don't say nothing because they talking to their conscience.
Yes,
they can't talk to you because they too busy talking to their conscience. Like, bro, you gonna let him smack you? He just smacked you like you a bitch in front of everybody, but he's still
everybody.
Ain't none of that. He's fighting with himself. In the meantime, we all like.
What if it's the ear too? You smack the ear and their eyes get teary and everything.
I ain't never seen nobody slap somebody in a fight. Like I seen dudes that were like fucking around and they were friends and he slapped them.
Yo, we went through 2 outros. We out. Peace. Everybody say
Gross 1911 on IG and Gross 2312 on Twitter. Peace out. Pound for pound king. Peace.
Pound for pound king. Tolani Min.
Terence Crawford, baby.
Pound for pound.
No.
Y'all quit trying to get the last word.
Pound for pound king, baby.
Damn.
Crawford, baby.
Look at the title.
WBO, WBA,
Me and Ron about to open palm slam both of y'all.
Tolani got a welterweight title faster than Terence.
Wasting time saying that shit.
No time.
He did that faster.
All right, you got him. You bodied him.
All right, he didn't load Majenko the division.
Yo.